Create server. And we're going to load this one.
We're live, by the way, so don't discuss anything
Oh, good. Then I will go ahead and start my recording. Okay, so the server's up, and everyone can go ahead and join.
Oh yeah, tabletop.
Tabletop.
Hey, you know what's really convenient is that Xbox is back.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna unpin from taskbar, and it's gone. Haha. Will it be back? Definitely.
Let's see. All right. Well, I think I've got everything set up. So once you guys get in, then I can start talking. And I think we can make a lot of progress this session. If we can get back into this, it's kind of nice actually stopping right in the middle of like a combat, because you don't have to be like, okay, what was our quest? It's like, all right, start figuring this out. You're in combat, and then you can just start rolling back into it. But yeah, I'm actually not going to recap. I'm gonna let you guys recap and see what you guys remember, and then I'll fill in the blanks with anything you should know.
We were heading to the choke point. My character was very happy about that.
I think that's something you'd like to do, but you guys opted not to do that, so I had to give you this quest instead.
Damn! Really? Never going to the choke point?
No?
I remember being turned into a weasel.
Or do you? I don't know. Weasels don't have a very good memory.
Oh, that's right. We weren't going to the choke point yet. We were, yeah, I remember what we were doing. I just can't think of what it was called, where we were at. We were gathering Hooded Maiden.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, pretty simple. You're in the forest and you're gathering flowers. And the most recent thing that happened is while you were traveling down a path, you saw some sparkling lights in the distance that you decided to follow. And as you followed down the narrow path towards the lights, Pantok got put to sleep and Kara got turned into a weasel. So whenever everyone gets in, I've actually created a map so we can actually run it on a map instead of having to imagine it.
Oh, wait. How do I join again?
Launch Tabletop Simulator in Steam.
Or go to your friends list in Steam and right-click on him and join.
Yeah, and after you have the game launched, or you can do it in your friends list, it'll automatically launch it. I like to launch it first and then join.
There's a server called Tanis, and the game is called Curse of Strahd, and the host is Hagbard523. I think I'm gonna join. I think I'm gonna join that and just see how it goes.
Do I have you on my friends list?
Why
Are you on Green Duck?
Yeah.
It says last online 8 minutes ago. Are you set to appear offline?
I'm on. I don't see you. I'm pretty sure. Hold on, let me leave and start it over again.
Go check your Steam status, because it doesn't show you as online for me.
I know, I'm Green Duck. Send me a message. Okay, well, I got a message. I don't know how to get to my message, though. I heard it. Where's friends in chat? Friends in chat. Friends in chat.
Shift tab? If you have the game open, it's Shift tab. There, everyone else.
I don't have the game open. I'm looking at my Steam window.
Well, open the game first.
How do I know if I'm on the right account?
Steam.
I can't even go to the community tab. Hold on, I'm gonna.
It says your name. It says store, library, community, and then your account name.
Yeah, I'm restarting Steam. I think my Steam's fucked up.
Okay, I will be right back while you.
Sure, Boomer.
Okay.
Do you need help opening that PDF there?
I know that you're partially joking, but when... Okay, so I bought this game called Counter-Strike because it was supposed to be really fun. And I go to install it, and I can't figure out how to join an online game. It turns out they had just implemented Steam, and the version that I bought from the store was before Steam. So what you had to do is go and, install Steam, get a Steam account, add the license key. That's how you get the game. I couldn't figure out how to get it to work because I'd never experienced anything like Steam. Like, Steam was literally brand new. This was like 2002 or 2001 or something. So I just gave up, and I just put it on my shelf. And then James was over one day and was like, "Oh, cool! You have Counter-Strike? Can I play?" And I said, "Yeah, if you can figure it out." And he goes, "Okay." And it took him like 2 hours, and then he's like, "Okay, here, I got it set up." And I'm like, "What the hell did you do?" It's this thing called Steam. Yeah, so my original Steam account, which is now lost, and I do not mourn it. Its name was something hilarious because it was what James thought that I would want my account name to be. James set up my original Steam account because I couldn't figure out how to do it.
And yet I have my original James set up EverQuest account. So there.
Still haven't gotten in.
I still use PetMaker.
Pot make.
Why okay, I'm just gonna join Tabletop Simulator again, see what happens.
Because James wanted to make a mage so he could make pets, and he wanted his name to be PetMaker.
I remember standing in line. This is one of my core memories: is standing in line at Best Buy with you and James, and us talking about how he can hide it from his mom. Okay, now I can see it. Now it comes up at the top and it's in green. But yeah, before you were not there.
It still shows you as offline for me. But
Well, I'm in the game.
No, that's you.
See, I'm green.
You probably have it set to. You probably have it set to like appear offline or something. Because
let me look. I don't even know how to do that.
Shift tab.
Hey, Nick, can you say something for me right now?
Something.
Ha ha ha! No, I want you to say something. I want you to go.
I was like,
How do I make a file? Because it's very appropriate right now.
Oh my god. Okay, it says click Tabletop Simulator overlay. Shift tab closes the overlay.
I feel like we're in a commercial that should be like, do you struggle with Excel? Is opening a PDF file hard for you? And then it's like some boomer online college.
Steam has gotten worse over the years, though. To be fair, so you shift tab.
Everything gets worse over the years.
Exactly. If you shift tab, you should see like a friends list. Do you see that?
No.
When you have the overlay.
No, I don't.
What does shift tab do for you?
It grays my screen. At the bottom it says Steam and music, and at the top it says Tabletop Simulator. Click here to return to the game. Controller configuration. Force quit.
Are you in what's it called? Controller mode?
I don't know.
Big picture mode?
Is that a Steam thing?
Yeah.
I just played this not long ago. What did I do?
Did you hit Shift Tab?
Shift
tab should show you. Here, let me just screenshot my.
Go look at my stream.
Oh yeah, you're streaming.
I can actually share my screen in Discord.
Yeah, do that so I can look at it. Because I don't know how to do YouTube because I'm a boomer.
Oh my god, Windows. I'm just gonna click go live. I don't think I'm doing this right. Nope, I'm streaming it. I'm not sharing my. I don't think I'm sharing my screen. I think I'm just streaming it. Can you see me? Can you see I'm live?
Yeah. Now do shift tab.
Okay. What do you see?
Nothing changed. Do you see the overlay?
It's only streaming the game. It's not streaming my screen, so you can't see the overlay. Okay.
Nick?
There, right. I'm sharing it. I'm sharing my screen.
Put the edibles down. You've had enough.
Maybe I need more.
Wait, no, you're right. Actually, when I shift tab in my OBS, it doesn't show the overlay in OBS.
Now you see my screen, okay? Now you see my screen. Okay. Now do you see that?
Yeah.
No.
I hate when I get into old person mode and and it's like 320 by 200 screen size. I just have to Alt Control Delete and shut the whole thing down.
If I tab over to the game, it doesn't share my screen.
I think something has a smart thing to not show the Steam overlay. I think there's some kind of a link so it doesn't. Can you screenshot it? Can you just like print screen when you're in the overlay?
If you go to YouTube, you'll be able to see it.
Does it show the overlay on YouTube? Because I was going to do that.
Well, okay, now I feel like a jackass, and I need to check it because I'm pretty sure it did. Okay, now
what's your YouTube channel?
Pathetic. You're supposed to be watching the videos, doing homework. Inferior roleplay. Okay, maybe not. Maybe it doesn't show up.
Judging by your technical skills right now, I'm guessing you work in marketing at your company.
Oh my god, I'm in PowerPoint the whole time.
I don't know how to get. Now I'm a boomer. I don't know how to get to your channel through YouTube.
Okay,
So-
No,
Seriously?
they are.
it's definitely public. I had
Okay,
to- I had
okay,
to
I
send a
see
whole
it.
bunch-
Okay, I'm looking.
Oh, look, it does show the overlay. Wow, that's a long
Yeah.
delay. If you look right now, okay, the overlay just went away because I thought it wasn't working. It's got like a
Yeah.
30-second delay.
Okay, I think there's a delay, so pull up the thing and leave it there for a second.
I did this before and it worked. Like we did this before and it pulled up a little chat thing.
Yeah, so I'm trying to figure out what it's showing.
It
still
does,
don't.
it
I
does
still
say
don't.
controller configuration. Maybe I'm in controller mode. I don't know how
Yeah,
to-
it's big picture mode, and it's supposed to be like so you can play on your TV or whatever.
I
Okay.
hate that. I just have to alt control delete it. I can't get out of big picture mode because the screen's too shrunk for me to be able to see what I'm doing.
It's
You're missing a
full
bunch of
size.
stuff, but I can't tell what it is.
Okay, I'm gonna quit. It hasn't been that long since I played. Come on.
No, I don't understand. I don't understand why nothing's showing.
Okay. So how do I get to big picture mode? This video is not a Steam tutorial. It just says play. I click play. I don't know. Big picture mode. I don't want to enjoy my games from the comfort of my couch. Top right corner of the client. There's no button up there. Wait. Ah, mother.
Did you get it?
Okay, I think I just started big picture mode. Yeah, I just started big picture mode.
Okay, it's not big picture mode. It's just not showing you half of the options. It's like it must be a Steam option. You know what? You're in the game. I don't care. You can figure that out later. We can figure it out later. You're in the game. They're supposed. Oh crap! You left the game. Fuck.
Yeah, because I don't even
Okay.
remember what I'm doing. I don't remember the original problem.
That you couldn't see. You should see. This is what you should see. Let me screenshot it and I'll send it to Discord.
I know what I should see. I just don't know why I'm not getting it.
Okay.
Hold on, wait. Nope, still doesn't work. Pressing Shift Tab.
It's the Steam Community Overlay.
We tried turning it off and on again.
I can't get to my Steam Community tab at all. It's grayed out.
Oh, okay. Like in Steam?
Wait a minute. Yeah,
That sounds like a big. Now that you say that, I mean, that sounds like a bigger problem.
Yeah, I told you that. That's why I restarted Steam. Also, my store doesn't work and my profile doesn't work. Only my library.
Are you?
Wait,
are you?
wait. I think I might have it.
Are you in offline mode?
No. Oh,
You're
got
showing
it.
now. What was it? You're showing now.
Family mode.
Family mode? What the
Yeah,
fuck is that?
It defaults to on, and if you don't go and turn it off by typing in a pin, it's like Disney Plus. You know
What
when
the fuck is that?
you don't
Why
use
do you have
Disney
family
Plus?
mode?
You don't use Disney Plus?
Mm-mm.
Okay, so because I don't fucking get it for Steam, I'm going to explain it in Disney Plus terms, okay? So, Disney Plus didn't have anything objectionable to kids, and everything is fine. But then they want to put Daredevil on their streaming, which is rated R. Well, they can't put a rated R movie on a platform made for kids, but they want adults without kids to still have their platform. So, they decided to do something called family mode, where it defaults that every time that you log in, it's in family mode and it hides all the good, delicious R-rated stuff. So what do you do? So what you have to do is you have to actively go into your account and say disable family mode for this account only, and then set up a PIN, and every time you launch the app, you have to type in the PIN. It is a forced password protection, and it's account based. So it's not like you only put in the PIN when you watch rated R stuff. If I want to log into my profile to watch Simpsons, I have to type in the PIN. If I want a kid profile, which they don't even
So
have.
are you saying family mode on Steam is somehow blocking you? Because I have that set up
Yes.
on mine too, and
Yes.
it doesn't block me.
In family mode, well, maybe there's a bunch of settings that I can go dick with. But in family mode, it disables all of my community and chats because, like, it thinks one of my kids is using it. And it's funny because my kids did use it and got in trouble with chats like for years and years, and it's like, oh, now we're gonna solve this problem. Well, I don't care. My kids are teenagers now. Stop solving future people's problems. Solve
Okay.
mine, or everyone else has
That's-
to suffer.
That's weird. So you somehow have a family filter enabled. Okay. Well, anyway,
I know
I'm
when
glad we
I
figured it out.
I know when I enabled it, and I turn it off all the time. Every time I buy a game, I have to go turn it off. It's like the Xbox Live. It doesn't matter
Yeah.
how many times you turn it off; it's gonna keep turning. Probably because I restarted my computer today, and but then again, I restart it every time, and it works. Yeah, it's just technology. Just because I don't know
that
how to
makes
use
sense.
technology, it's all working.
I
as
literally
designed.
didn't know that existed. So
You know, I kind of thought that, but when I don't use Steam that much. When I do, I just launch the games. I don't like the platform. I just want to play the games in it. So I'm like clicking on it, and it's like, no, it's green. That's good. No, green is bad. That's family mode. You want red. It has big red warnings that say, warning, you're in family mode, and you can actually use your account. Click here to disable it. Why would I want to disable using my freaking account? Anyway, Xbox Live. Oh, you accidentally deleted Xbox Live. Here, we conveniently put it back for you.
yeah. But anyway, I'm glad we figured that out because that was going to bug the crap out of me if I didn't know. Also, now I can see you online. So, all right. Anyway, now that the first 15 minutes of the stream is trying to figure out Steam Family Mode.
It's always something, and this wasn't. I
Right,
mean,
it's
it was
it's
my
less than normal.
fault, but it wasn't like I was trying to do
Oh.
something stupid. All I was trying to do is.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
We-
actually,
we could have.
you know, it's only because I was trying to chat because I'm like, oh, ping me. So if I was like last time we played this, I could have been playing in family mode and not noticed because who cares? I can still play the games.
Yeah. So it's not a big deal, but
I think I'm gonna
if we
eat some more.
we wouldn't have
candy.
figured it out. Oh God.
Okay, when we last left our adventurers.
Yes, so you are looking for hooded maiden flowers, and you've gotten almost all of them, but you still have a few more to reach your quota. Can you guys check and remember? Do you remember who's carrying them and how many you have? Do you have that somewhere?
All that, and I didn't pull out my character sheets.
Yeah, so if we can all pull up our character sheets, you'll probably need them very soon, since we are basically in combat.
No, I have it up. I'm just looking to see if where I wrote it down on it, and I don't see it anywhere.
You may not have them, but if you don't have them, if it's not on your sheet, you don't have them. So maybe you dropped them along the way, or maybe you never got any to begin with.
See, I really wish I knew what happened.
We'll find out. Everyone should probably check their inventories and stuff to make sure to see if they have.
Yeah,
them.
that's where I looked. I don't have it written down.
Also, what was your Earth Elemental's name? I know it was like Jared or something.
Joe Ban. I don't even have to look. Actually, I do because I don't know if it's Joe. It might be Joe Dan. No,
Well,
Joe Ban. J-O-B.
I just changed it. But wasn't it like some guy from the hall or something?
Yes.
Yes, but it was the joke name, Joe Ban.
Joe Ban
What
is an EverQuest pet name. Joe Dan is a real life person's name.
Okay,
And-
it was
And when we
Joe
were
Dan.
first playing EverQuest, and one of us summoned our pet, and it came up as Joe Ban. We were like, oh, "I'm Joe Ban McCreary." And
His dad's
kinda-
name
That's
was
it, McCreary.
his dad's name was Dan, and he was Joe Dan. So people wouldn't say Joe and Dan, they would say Dan and Joe Dan. It's just how people said it. You know, it's the South. So you just hear his name all the time. So then I'm playing EverQuest, and I summon a pet, and his name is Jobann, and I go Joe Ban McCreary, and Zach thinks it's funny because it is objectively funny. Also,
it
just
really was hilarious.
Jacina has 9 hooded maiden flowers.
Okay, perfect. So
I've got
yeah,
badger meat and badger skin, so clearly
how
I
much
don't
do
have
you
any
have?
hood and maiden.
Oh yeah.
how much do you have of meat and skin?
5 pounds of badger meat, 6 square feet of badger skin. So I wrote down. Oh, and I have an 1.5 inch long badger too. So I'm guessing it got cut off and it's a tooth. So I wrote all that down, but I didn't write down hooded maidens. Clearly, y'all did not trust me with the flowers for good reason.
Yeah, it looks
Sounds
like
like Nick
Jacina
told
has
them.
them all.
And how many did you have, or what did you have in your inventory, Kara?
You nearly caught me, Scree.
I did.
I also have badger meat and badger teeth. 10 pounds of badger meat and just the teeth. But I'm a weasel right now, so it doesn't
There.
exactly matter.
It's there. It's just inside you somewhere. Okay, yeah,
Oh
Joe,
my
the McCreary part. That was the part because I deleted it last time and I forgot to rename it, so I couldn't remember either name. But I knew it was so. It's Joe Ban McCreary.
It's
Did I
actually
spell
just
McCreary
Joe.
right?
It's just Joe Ban.
No, it's McCreary. That's his name. You summoned an elemental named Joe Ben McCreary, and he comes up and goes, "My name's Joe Ben McCreary."
Where are you writing it down? Oh, in the
On this,
game.
on the character, the object. That's why, because I deleted it before and I never brought it back.
I mean,
so.
obviously that would be his last name. So
Exactly. All right. So, yes, you guys follow the lights into the distance. I didn't remember how you guys were set up traveling. I had it written down that, let me find it here. I had your marching order written down as Kara 60 feet ahead of the rest of the party, then Jessina, then Toddy and Pantok. But I couldn't remember if when you guys traveled down. So this colorful stuff here, this is the path you've taken so far. This is like a small, like these squares are 10 feet. So this isn't like the whole time you've been in the forest. This is like the last couple minutes of traveling. But you can see how there's kind of like a path you guys are traveling. This is off to kind of the side off the path where the lights were sparkling. And so this is more like overgrown, dense forest, but it's still a travelable path. And so you followed the lights here, and then as you were walking down, Pantok got put to sleep, Kara got turned into a weasel. I will be, since we was Theater of the Mind, I'll be generous and let you guys place your characters how they would have been as you're traveling down this thick forest path to investigate these lights.
wait,
Because
who's,
it may
who's
not
the
necess-
sheep? Oh, asleep.
Yes, Pantok got put to sleep,
I
and
thought you
Kara
said.
got turned into a weasel.
I thought you said Pantok got turned into a sheep and Kara got turned into a weasel.
Oh, not yet, not yet. But yeah, and somewhere in this vicinity. So this is where you guys went off the path.
Oh, I
and
remember. Okay.
when the lead person got to about right here, all the shit started happening. So put your characters, whoever was in front, put them here.
Was Jacina the one the farthest in front?
I-
Okay.
You got that's not how I have it on my list, but you guys can put it.
I
However
thought it
you
was. I thought it was Kara.
I thought it was Kara too, because they were the one that was
That
leading
seems-
it, and then they go. Poof.
I think
They
pretty
got
this is
poofed
right.
into a weasel.
Poof, weasel time.
Unless
So
we want to
Kara's
spread out
here.
more. How far is a square? We did
One
this.
square is 10 feet, but you can use the marker, and it's going to tell you in feet the distance, depending on how specific you want to get.
Okay, so 10.
I'm not going to
20.
enforce. I'm not going to really enforce squares that much. In fact, you know what?
It's probably something like this.
I'm going to test something for this encounter. Let's see. Bah. No grid. So distance is distance. There's no squares, and you place your characters how you want them and measure using the line tool.
I still have a grid.
You do?
Yeah.
Maybe if you're zoomed out. Hold on, let me just disable it altogether. I disable it on the object, but
Oh yes. Yeah. When I zoom in, I lose some of the grid, but not all of it.
yeah, I don't know why that does that. That's weird. I'll just do this.
Okay, so is this right? Pantok is 20 feet behind Kara.
Correct.
Okay.
So yeah, however you guys were positioned, you weren't just traveling through the forest. You knew that you were going to investigate some mysterious lights. I thought that Pantok was like the first one. I don't remember. So that's why I'm saying you guys just decide now. With hindsight being 20/20, you can position yourselves as long as you're all in a straight line, single file, and within about 40 feet of each other.
I think this is about right because Jacina would be in front of Pantok because she has a shield.
So as Kara gets to where she is, right?
He.
I'm sorry, the name throws me off. As Kara got to where he is, he goes poof, and there's a cloud of smoke, and then you see a weasel. And at the same moment, the party feels some shimmers around them, and Pantok zonks out and falls asleep. He's asleep and prone. With Jessina in front of him, Joe Ben McCreary, and Toddy behind. Kara, as a weasel, your intelligence is 2.
2.
So you still have you still remember who your allies are. You still remember.
It's kind of like being an animorph, but you can't really like telepathically communicate back to your party members.
Exactly. And think of an animorph when they morph something for the first time
Yes.
and no thought speak. So you still have your wits about you. You can still control what you do, but also if you act like an animal, I'm not gonna force you to act like an animal, but it would be more likely for you to act like an animal. But you're technically still have free roam. You just have none of your character abilities. So poof, poof, and let's all roll initiative.
Oh shit.
And roll your initiative and then place, you don't have to say it, just place your characters on the initiative tracker. Place them at your initiative point after you've rolled. And I'm going to do some in secret. Holy shit.
How is my character already at the right spot?
I placed them somewhere random in the middle, so I guess the odds of them being at the right spot were pretty good.
Oh, nope, off by 1. My bad.
Justina's 8 initiative.
Math wrong.
Okay.
Pantok is 10.
All right. And I'd asked you to move the tokens, but I'll go ahead and do it. You said Justina's 8.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Yep, sorry.
Sorry.
Yeah, I moved mine.
I forgot about
Okay,
those.
Ankar is 8. Okay, so again, we are doing the whole thing where if you're in initiative without something else between you, you can act together. However, you don't know if there's anything else in initiative, so I will tell you who can act together as we go down the order. So the first thing that happens, let me pull up my notes here real quick.
Before everything changes, I would just like to point out that the map looks like a hand holding an ocarina.
Oh yeah, it does. by the tip.
Yep.
It's a duck eating an ocarina. It's like when you're looking at the United States and you're like, it looks like a dinosaur with a duck.
Well, from the side, sure, it looks like a hand puppet or a duck holding it, but I'm looking at it from a different angle, and it looks like a hand.
Oh, I see. Okay.
But it does. It's really kind of freaky.
No,
Yeah,
it
I
looks
think-
like a boot kicking a snake up its butthole.
Yeah. I think the way I have it oriented, so I have the initiative tracker on the left. You guys can have it oriented however you want.
Yeah,
but
that's where I have mine.
That's my up down.
Nothing ever looks like a snake to me because fuck that.
You just mentally change it to something else.
Yep.
Okay, so yeah, the red line is where you guys came from. The blue line is the main path that you guys were following, and the gray is kind of the direction you're trying to go through the forest. So this is totally an offshoot, not necessarily dead end something type of thing. And in the initiative, you all go. It goes poof, poof, fall asleep, and before you get a chance to act, something else happens. And let me address my notes here to see what that is. Okay, that's that. Sorry, I have a lot of stuff to track here. So that's that. Shit. Okay, fuck. That was like the one thing I didn't want to happen. Just inconvenient with the way that I'm tracking things in this.
This is all for effect.
What's that site we use for monsters? I'm googling a creature and it's not
Oh my
popping up.
god. Isn't it 5e.tools?
Yeah, thank you.
It's a really good website.
I usually just Google things and it comes straight up in 5e tools, but it wasn't.
Okay, Will and Zach, if you haven't before, try go to the website 5e.tools, and it's literally a quick reference for everything. It's got if you open the bestiary, every single monster. If you open races, classes, backgrounds, feeds, items. So like you can also Google the stuff, but this has like everything. It has all the conditions. You just click it and then it just summarizes them and you can just click one, open it right up.
All right. So ooh, wait, hold on, what's this? Oh, wait, is that what? Damn it. Sorry.
All for a fact, he's bluffing.
Why is everything? Never mind. Right. I'm not bluffing. I'm just trying to see what. I'm also missed something that I didn't see before.
Everything was pre-rolled. He's just rolling a bunch of stuff and talking all
I'm not
dramatic.
rolling anything. I'm looking at the options, and I don't know why this doesn't.
Well, who's
this
flipping
full
a
creature
coin?
stat block not available. What?
Someone's flipping a coin over and over again.
That's not me.
Me.
Oh.
That's me and whoever read it.
Me.
Okay, I'm gonna roll
It's
dice to make it sound like Jake's doing
This-
something.
These stat blocks are inconsistent. I'm gonna have to get my fucking monster manual out.
Use 5e
Because-
tools.
That's the one I'm going off of, and it has additional material that the other references I use don't.
5e
now I just-
tools is correct. You're gonna find
I'm
out.
sure it is. I'm sure it is, but
I had that with I think it was Hollyfont.
it is.
Hollyfont.
Holy shit. What's
And-
that? I think that's also
Hollyfont. If their AC was off by like 3,
that's annoying.
some other website. Yeah, only trust 5e tools. And I guess Wikidot. Yeah, it's not Wikidot, right? They should match.
Wikidot doesn't have creatures. Yeah, they need monsters. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, see. So Wikidot's good, but yeah, if it's creatures, 5e tools.
Okay. Well, based on what I rolled, nothing further happens, and the next in initiative is all of you. You can all act together. So proceed with what you would like to do on your turns. You can discuss amongst each other what you think might be happening, or act accordingly. Car is a weasel. Pantoc's asleep.
About time I'd be hitting the old dusty trail.
Yeah, Justina says, I think we need to haul ass back to the pack, back to the path and regroup. What do you guys think? And Pantoc is snoring.
If I remember correctly, I didn't really want to follow the lights. I'm the voice of reason.
Okay, so we all run back. Okay, so Toddy, can you help me drag Pantoc? Or wait, that's not really a thing, right? So I just have a dragging amount, so Justina drags Pantoc back to the path.
You can, if you're grappling a creature, you move at half speed, so you can move your speed. And if you're dashing, you can move 30 feet.
Okay, that's what she's gonna do. Justina is going to dash 30 feet. Okay, fine. Where? Here.
Well, Pantoc would be like here, and you'd be like here.
Okay.
Although we could have the weasel continue to explore. There might be treasure.
The weasel. Do you remember how we got the weasel? Some unknown magical being is casting polymorph spells on our party, and it's in that direction.
Okay, buddy.
Oh, now Kara's a weasel. Now he can explore even further. I mean,
Yeah, I can get into places we couldn't get before, like up in the trees, into burrows, like that suspicious snake-looking one over there. Nope, now it's not a snake burrow anymore.
okay, weasel.
One.
If you come back over here towards us, then we can try to wake up Pantoc and see if we can tell what magic affected you. Also, a monster might burst out of the forest, and then we'll know.
You have to say psst, 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 psst first.
What do I have? Hold on, I'm gonna go look at my. I don't have speak like animals. Wait, I do have speak with animals, but I'm gonna go.
They can understand you. You just don't have the ability to speak.
Okay, I make a pss, pss, pss noise, and I rub my fingertips together as I kneel towards the ground.
Well, I want to go dash back to the party in little hops. Hop, 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 hop.
You
Look for
jump,
shinies on the way, I shout.
you jump through the tall foliage of the forest, going invisible in between your jumps to your party as you pop up and down. And with a dash, you can do 60, because weasels have 30 feet of movement, apparently.
Yes.
Halflings have 25, and a weasel has 30.
Oh, that's so sad.
Imagine a weasel chasing a halfling, slowly catching up.
Imagine a dog track, but instead it's hobbits that are racing, and the little bunny on the side is a weasel.
And what would you like Joban to do?
And the weasel has second breakfast on its back. That's why they're chasing.
Okay, so I'm just gonna have him move here so that he's kind of like protecting us a little bit.
Okay. And that's all anyone's doing this turn?
I can't use my action to wake up Pantok because I already used it to dash so I could drag him farther, so I'm done.
Okay. Anyone else? Or is everyone turned over?
Did you guys
All
vote
right.
dash? I think so.
Yes.
I believe so. Okay. So you start exploring into the forest. The dancing lights disappear, and a bunch of stuff happens, and you immediately go, "Nope, let's go back." And I probably should have put you further into the forest, but this is fine.
Yeah.
It's just a map. It's not like you go, "Okay, we're good. We made it back to the path. We're safe now." But you're back on the path.
If you said we were
Um,
100 feet from the path, we'd probably just huddle up in the forest. But since we're right near
Yeah.
the path, we're gonna run back towards it.
I wasn't gonna have like a giant like this map's only so big, but this is good. I mean, it's just an arbitrary map.
100 feet away from the path, we'd end up lost.
There's not
And then
really
the
a
next 7 sessions would
Yeah,
be
the
us getting
path
back to the path.
Doesn't really matter, I guess.
Yeah, there's not-
It's kind of arbitrary.
there's not really a path per se. It's just this is the clearest way you guys have found through the forest, and you kind of went into some roughage. And so you drag it back to the path, and as you get back to the path, everyone except for Joban, could I ask you to make a wisdom saving throw?
You can ask all you like.
And talk too, even though he's unconscious. Go ahead and do it.
Do I get disadvantage being unconscious or something?
No.
Yay.
Damn it, I rolled the wrong die. Oh well, I'm taking it.
It's okay, I'll take the purple one.
Toddy, 21.
All right.
What's the
This
other
is
way to
the
roll
only
it?
time I'll ever succeed anything wisdom related because I am stupid.
Oh, there, I rolled it. Oh, 16. Okay, wisdom saving throw is 20.
All right. And then Kara and Pantok.
Oh, that
17.
Oh, that was Pantok, sorry. What
Right.
is Justina? Justina's also a wisdom save?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
19 plus something. 25.
And Kara.
Are you just rolling a coin, flipping a coin 20 times?
No, that was me because it's fun for some
Okay.
reason.
Kara, did you roll your saving throw? If you're talking, we can't hear you.
Kara, we cannot hear you. Turn on your mic. Oh, now I can.
Hello.
Hello. Did you make a
Um,
wisdom save?
Yes, I already said I rolled 17.
17. Okay, cool. So none of you are affected by whatever magic just attempted to overtake you. However,
Ha! Then we were
As-
wise enough to know what the magic was trying to do.
you don't know what it was trying to do, but as you save on that effect, grasping roots burst forth from the ground and attempt to wrap themselves around your feet, or in the case of Kara, their entire body. Everyone make a strength saving throw.
What is it, like vines?
Yes, grasping weeds and vines bursting forth from the ground.
Oh, okay, I guess that's a roll. I didn't mean to flick roll it, but I did.
Natural 20 for Toddy.
All right.
$15 for Weasel. I mean, Kara. Kara Weasel. 15.
All right.
Pantok is 5.
right.
Justine is 20.
Okay. Well, the roots reach up, and actually, you know what? I think technically unconscious creatures automatically fail strength saves, but it doesn't matter because he failed. So the roots begin to grab Pantok's body and pull him into the forest floor, as the rest of you are able to just barely avoid their grasp. And let's see. believe that's back to the top of initiative. Let me check something. Annoying. Yeah, we're back to the top of initiative.
Oh, so we can all go together, right?
Yep.
Okay, Justina's going to use her action to shake Pantok by the shoulders and wake his ass up.
Pantok awakens.
What the hell was that? And Justina says, "I don't know, but it turned Kara into a squirrel." And Pantok says, "That's not a squirrel, that's a weasel. I thought you were a druid. You're supposed to know these things." Pantok wants to look at Kara and see if he can determine what sort of magic turned her into a weasel.
Oh, I accidentally threw my little
Him.
figure across it.
You can make an Arcana check.
Yay. This is what I do. This is what I do. Bummer. 9.
You're pretty sure it's some sort of a spell. There's a couple of things you think it might be, but you're not 100% sure, just because you're doubting yourself. But you do believe it is some kind of a spell, at least.
I'm gonna cast detect magic. It's a transmutation. Damn it! That does nothing.
Literally.
All
right. Anyone else?
He's gonna God, do I need to cast any spells? He's gonna order Joban to stay in front of the party and be ready to attack anything that comes up. Are there any advanced spells that we want to cast at all? I think we just hold our ground and wait until the stuff comes out and start blasting it. What do you guys think?
That sounds like a plan. What do you think, Wesley? That's what I'm going to call Kara from now on. You know, Wesley the Weasel. And I'm going to picture like a weasel with Wesley Crusher's face.
Dad.
Can't think of his real name right now.
So we should pick something to do with our actions. So my thoughts for Pantok, because Justina already used her action, is either ready a cantrip, because if you ready a leveled spell and it doesn't trigger by the next turn, you lose the slot. So ready a cantrip and blast if I see a danger, or take the dodge action. And I can't remember what that does. I think it gives everything disadvantage when it's trying to hit you. What are you guys thinking about using?
I think.
Oh, you go first, Toddy, because
I was thinking about using Minor Illusion to make my stein look like it's full of beer, and then next turn using Prestidigitation to make it taste like beer.
To make the air in the stein taste like beer.
Yep.
Oh my god.
That's what I was going to do the turn after.
Okay. If you take the dodge action, any attack rolls against you have disadvantage if you can see the attacker. Also, you make dexterity saving throws with advantage. So dodge action is a good one. We could also try to hide in the woods to get like some kind of a sneak attack against the enemies when they come up. That might not be a bad idea for you, Kara.
Yeah. All I can do is bite, though. So.
Yeah. Oh, Scree is a okay. Wait, you don't have sneak attack at all? Is sneak attack level 2?
I am a weasel. All I can do is bite, and I also.
Oh, you're an actual weasel.
I have keen hearing and smell, which is advantage on.
But we don't know any of that. All we heard was.
You don't see anything that's attacking you. You don't see or hear anything that's attacking you, and no one has actually attempted to figure out what's happening.
Didn't Pantalk attempt to figure out but failed?
He was trying to figure out what turned Kara into a weasel,
Ah,
Yeah, got
but
a
no
low
one's
roll.
actually like attempted to search for any hidden creatures or anything.
Well,
One of you could do that, especially
Well,
the weasel with
it's-
keen
it's-
sight,
but
with
it's
keen hearing.
night. Wouldn't it be hard to see?
Yeah,
Okay, so
but okay.
it would take a spell slot for Pantalk to cast Detect Magic. So here's what I think: is Pantalk is going to ready a firebolt if he sees anything come at you out of the woods, and I suggest that the Kara squirrel, a weasel, depending on who you
Weasel.
ask, that you hop along the treetops and see if you can notice anything, and if you do, haul ass back to us.
Okay, also, I know this isn't on the little sheet thing for a weasel, but did you know that weasels actually have night vision in real life?
they don't have dark vision. They should.
They don't have dark vision,
You
and
got
I
dark
think they
vision.
should. Oh, hell yeah! Woo! I've won. I've won with my information about weasels because I
And 1
love
HP.
Anyways, poor little weasel. Um, okay, I wanna climb up these treetops.
All right, you scamper up. You scamper up one of the nearby trunks that's kind of slanted a little bit, and you're 10 feet in the air. The tree goes up a little bit further, though. How high would you like to get? You're currently 10 feet, and any further, you'll be in the canopy and won't have a good view of the ground.
Um, I want to go up to the canopy first and look outwards. Maybe I could see something in the distance or something, but who knows? Who knows
All right.
what I'll see?
You climb an additional 10 feet up into the tree, and your vision is clouded by thick canopy of trees, but you got a slightly higher vantage point.
Okay.
And are you? You say are you searching from up here? You're looking around to see what you can see.
Yes, but seeing that everything's kind of blocked, you know what? I'd probably prefer to be 10 feet a little lower.
All right. You climb back down to your original position, and you've now used your full 30 feet of movement. And it will take your action to search.
Remember your smell.
Yes. Keen hearing and smell. I would like to smell and listen. Smell, look, and listen. Be very perceptive of my environment, trying my hardest to use my little weasel brain to look for danger.
All right. Make a perception check with advantage using the
Yippee.
weasel stats, which is going to be
Woohoo.
+3.
Weasel. Where did my dice go? Oh.
All right. And then the advantage. All right. You sniff and you listen, and you can't pinpoint the location of anything, but with your allies being still on the ground, you can sense that there's the presence of something else here that's not any of you, but you can't pick it out or pinpoint it, but there is definitely something here.
If anybody can see me, I look down at them and I shrug.
They
in
see
a
they
weasel
see you
form.
shrug. All right. So Justina woke up Pantalk. Oh, I can remove that as sleep now. Kara is 10 feet into the air in a tree and didn't see anything. What did Toddy or Pantalk do anything?
Toddy really didn't.
Oh, sorry. Pantalk took the dodge action, and Toddy's just skipping her turn.
Yeah, I'm just kind of just chilling.
All right. So as you all sit there confused and trying to figure out what's happening, you all feel suddenly very sleepy. And how much HP does everyone have? Kara has 1.
Pantalk is 8, Justina is 10, and that's current.
Toddy is at 9, which is max.
All right. Let's see. So Kara, you fall asleep. Pantok falls asleep again. And let's see.
This had better not end up being all up to me as the only one awake because we're screwed.
No, everyone but Justina falls asleep.
Oh shit.
Wait, how much HP does Joban has? He probably has a lot, right?
Oh
Toddy
yeah.
falls
Yeah,
asleep
he's got-
too.
Nah, he's got a lot. No, he's still awake. So Justina and Joban are the only ones awake.
16.
All right, so that was your turns. Yeah, we'll just flip them for now. So Justina, you can still wake people up, but I guess you could do like a chain. Like you can wake someone up, they can wake the next person up. Joban probably could too. He technically only follows Pantok's orders, but Justina is the only one awake at the moment. And let me just mark here. Let's see. All right. And let me see. Justina, why don't you give me a 1 second. Wisdom saving throw. Plus
13 total.
You feel your body attempt to
14.
shapeshift itself unwillingly, and then you shake yourself out of it and retain your own body. Justina, it is now your turn.
Justina, save us.
Okay, I'm gonna use my action to wake up Pantok.
Okay, Pantok is now awake.
And I'm gonna say, all right, different plan. There's something blasting with us with magic from the woods, and it's liking to use area of effect. So I think that we need to spread out military style. I would suggest that I go forward with Joban as far as we can, and try to see if we see anything, and that you guys follow behind us, but try to spread out. Try not to be in a cluster or a line, because we need to all be firing at whatever is trying to kill us in the forest. Does Pantok know how shapeshifting works in terms of Kara? What Nick seems to recall is that if they lose their animal hit points, they actually revert back to their original form. Is that correct?
Any information you know about spells in the game, you are free to know.
Can I roll it because I don't actually remember for sure?
You can, depending on what ability you think it is, you can go look up that spell if you think it's that spell, but I have not confirmed what effect it is, so it could be anything. But you are welcome to look up the effects of any spell in the game that you'd like.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to look up polymorph and guess that it's that. The transformation lasts for the duration or until the target drops to 0 hit points or die. If it reverts as a result to dropping to 0 hit points, any excess damage carries over to its normal form. As long as it doesn't reduce its normal form to 0, it isn't knocked unconscious. So, even though it seems like Kara is disabled by being in squirrel form, weasel, actually, you kind of have an HP buffer. If you get hit with something, it's going to transfer you back. So Justina also recommends that Kara take a forward position as a squirrel, being prepared to launch range attacks once they take some damage. And if you don't take damage, then great. Then you're able to scout ahead.
Also, Kara's currently asleep.
Oh. Yeah, she's just telling Pantok this.
Okay.
She tells Pantok to wake up Kara, and then Kara can wake up Toddy.
Okay.
And then Pantok's going to walk over and shake Kara awake.
Okay. Kara is currently 10 feet up a tree. And this area is difficult terrain. So it's going to take you 20 feet of movement to get to the base of the tree. And then you can climb up the tree 10 feet. and you should be able to climb, but it'll be half speed because climbing is half speed. So actually, it's going to take you 40 feet of movement to get to Kara, and then you won't have your action to shake him awake.
1 second. Do not doubt my power. I'm trying to see if prestidigitation can do anything enough to wake up a squirrel.
No. The only way to awaken
Minor
a sleeping
illusion would
creature,
work.
you can deal damage to them or shake them awake.
Okay, hold on. Let me see how far Toddy is. 18 feet. You can't use a loud noise from minor illusion centered on the
Nope.
creature to wake him up?
Nope. Fortunately, sleep has covered that.
So
The spell ends, sleeper takes damage, or someone uses an action to shake or slap them awake. They are immune to loud noises and other stimuli.
Okay.
I wish that was true. IRL.
Magical sleep, yeah.
Okay. Well,
Just
I'm stubborn, and my bag of tricks is deeper, so I'm going to use Spring Eladrin, Phase Step, and poof myself up into the trees next to the squirrel.
All right, mark that ability as used, and you appear next to the squirrel.
1 second. I'm going to add checkboxes. How do I do that?
Yeah.
How do I do that? I showed you guys how to do it last week.
Go ahead and complete your turn, and then you can do that while I'm resolving whatever happens next.
Fine. Okay.
Could you use Mage Hand to shake someone awake?
No.
Pantok teleports into the tree onto the branch next to the squirrel and shakes his little tiny squirrel shoulders awake, and
shakes awake.
and tells her the plan and says, "Hey, I've already used my action, so can you bound over and wake up Toddy, and then keep spread out?" And I relay the information that Justina said. Oh, and Justina's gonna. Justina is also gonna ask Pantok to have the elemental follow her orders. And sorry, where was she there?
That's okay.
I'm gonna check because she hasn't moved, so she's gonna go. She's gonna go out there. And
yeah,
then...
it takes you a full foot of movement to get, or a full 10 feet of movement to get out of here, and then from there wherever. So
where, like here?
You got 20 feet from here, so you can go there.
Okay, so we want to be positioned like this.
Okay, that's fine.
And we're expecting our party to back us up, but not by clustering up with us, by spreading out in like a military formation.
Okay. And Kara, you are now awake, and it's your turn. You are 10 feet away and 10 feet in the air. You can jump down at no cost to you.
Jump.
But 10 feet will deal falling damage to you.
Oh shit. No.
Or you can climb down. But since weasels don't have a climb speed, it is going to be half speed. So it would take you 40 feet to get to Toddy.
Oh shit. Oh fine. Where did my token go?
Where'd it go?
Oh my god.
Someone delete it?
No.
That was really weird because it was literally just there a moment ago.
I don't know, but there it is.
Okay. I think we might be getting disconnected or something because the game just froze on me. Nope, that was just me.
Yeah, your ping went really high. I just Control-Z'd undid.
That's why.
I don't want to take any damage and potentially lose my funny little weasel just yet.
Oh my god.
Listen,
3 years from now, he's going to be actively avoiding combat in weasel form.
So I'll climb down and then get as close as I can, but I can't.
You can if you dash, you can get right next to her. You just can't shake her awake this turn. Or you can be like this far away from her with your action if you want to use your action for something else.
I will dash, and next turn I'll shake or bite or slap bite Toddy away.
All right. And so you have used your action to dash. Pantok, you've used your, a bonus action to face step and action to shake her awake. Did you want to climb out of the tree with your movement?
Yep.
All right. You climb down and you now have 10 feet of movement available since climbing down is difficult terrain. Did you want to stay where you are or move 10 feet? Or up to, I guess it'd be 5 feet in the tangle?
Yeah, so I have 5 feet from where I am here.
You have 10 foot of movement, but in difficult terrain, it would be 5. So you'd be able to get to the edge of the difficult terrain.
Yeah, we're here.
Yeah. And
Okay.
most of these trees are like thick trees, but like right on the outskirt, like where you are is fine. You're like right at the edge of it. You just can't go like deep into the tree like here. So yeah, you're fine there. Okay. And is that everyone? Toddy's not awake yet. Weasel Kara. Okay. Believe that's everyone. So
Oh, Weasel Kara couldn't wake up Toddy?
not enough movement without jumping out of the tree and taking damage.
Okay.
Okay, we are back to the top then. Let's see. So you see another path over here that kind of leads off deeper into the forest, and some seed pods and leaves curl open and form a cute little path of flowers that point you towards a path you couldn't see before over in this direction. And then
Who can see it, Josina?
yeah, Justina, you see that over there. No one else is close enough. Let me see. Okay, this one's doing that. Justina, give me an intelligence saving throw.
The hell? Sorry, it's not. That's not my roll. It's not my roll. That's my roll.
7, and what's your int?
+3 to int save, so 10.
All right. From this direction, where you saw the dancing lights come from before, give me 1 second. Let's see. You see a horrifying creature. This is just so I can put it in the thing. Bound out of the woods and run towards you. Hold on.
Since when can owlbears cast sleep?
Maybe it's another adventurer who got I don't know.
Oh, it's the druid for the tiefling druid from the D&D movie, and it can turn into an owlbear.
Yeah. And well, whatever it is, it's charging towards you, and it gets to about here.
Not shook.
And let's see. Okay. And Kara, make an intelligence saving throw.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is a 19.
All right. Nothing happens. You feel like your mind was beginning to feel not your own, but you shook it off. And sleep's a really big radius.
Mm-hmm.
Um, hmm. Hmm. Hold on. Oh, perfect. Okay. Kara and Pantok fall asleep.
Damn.
Justina does not.
Sigh.
And Justina, you're confronted with an owlbear that's charging at you, and it's your turn.
Have fun. Have a
To
great time. Zzz.
Thankfully, however, Pantok did give the order to Joban to follow Justina's order, so that was good foresight.
Also, I have gate prepared, so
Fizzle.
goodbye. The gate is unstable and collapses.
Everyone but you teleports to safety.
I don't know. Should I use my last slot? I don't think so. Can I make it into the secret grove without getting an opportunity range of the owlbear?
It's kind of right in the middle of the path. There's trees right here blocking it, so not really.
Okay.
You could disengage. You can disengage when you're not in combat.
Oh,
You just
that's
have 30
right.
feet movement.
That's right.
Or
When-
Joban could trigger its opportunity attack first.
Okay, so just
Joe Bound frowns at you. It's like, oh,
okay, Justina is gonna order Joban to run up and start attacking. Ow! Ow! Ah! Stupid me! Ugh. I have a burn popped open blister on my arm, and it was just itching. And I'm like, oh, why does my arm itch? And I itched it. It's like really small, but it was a hot oil pop-up burn.
Yep.
So, okay, I need to get a Band-Aid.
Okay.
But Justina is going to tell Joban to attack the creature.
Do you want to go get a band-aid? We can take like a quick couple minute break.
They have
you
to
might want to
move.
you might want to ask, Will for help with the Band-Aid or something, because judging by your issues with Steam earlier, I don't trust you with a Band-Aid by yourself.
Oh, I'm getting something else while I'm up too, so don't worry, it's gonna get worse.
No.
I'll go ahead and roll for Joban's attack.
Okay, you wanted him to run up and attack the creature.
Yes.
What was your order? Keep in mind this would be a bonus action. If it takes Pantok's bonus action to control it, it's yours too.
Okay, fine. She's gonna tell it to run up and attack the creature and taunt it.
Okay. Joban looks at you with a confused look on its stony face and doesn't seem like it's sure how to follow your orders.
Okay, did that use up my bonus action? Now I can't tell it to do anything else.
You can continue ordering it with the same bonus action.
Okay.
Basically, you can control it on your turn.
Okay, 1 sec. Let's take like 2 minutes.
Yeah, a couple minute break. Be right back.
Now that Jake's gone, I totally know what I'm gonna do. This owlbear is not really there. Justina just thinks it is because she failed the intelligence save. But Kara is asleep. Otherwise, I would just ask him. So I'm just gonna YOLO and run through the owlbear, and then we'll find out. So
This combat is going to be how we find out Jake doesn't want to DM anymore.
And I am back. Mine was quick.
Now that you're back, let me tell you what Nick said because you were gone.
Oh, I've got the whole thing recorded.
Yeah, but he was like, now that Jake's gone, let me tell you what I'm going to do. Metagamed for like 2 minutes straight.
Oh, well, I'll tell you what happens. This entanglement disappears. And actually, crap, Pantok was entangled by the thing. He shouldn't have... Oh, no, he teleported. Perfect. Pantok teleported out of the entanglement. I forgot he was entangled, so that teleport actually worked out well.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, Face Step Eladrin.
Technically, you can't actually face step out of it, but I'm house ruling that now, and I'm not guaranteeing it will be that way in the future, but
Which rule states that Face Step can't use to get out of...
So the spell Entangle says the creature who is targeted by it is restrained until the spell ends, etc., etc. If you teleport away, there's nothing in the spell that in the teleport that says you are no longer restrained. So by raw, you were still restrained. The spell doesn't say as long as you're in the area you're restrained. It just says you're restrained for the duration. So,
well, couldn't I? Okay, but could I still teleport, but then be restrained at the new location?
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
You would teleport and then still be restrained. But I think the spell should say as long as they remain in the area, because otherwise it's like, okay, what, the plants travel with you? That's stupid. But that's why it's not house ruling it for now, but I don't think it'll become a problem later. If you use it on enemies, I'll do it the full way. Because I think that's dumb. But that's the raw, technically.
Yeah, I was
anyway,
just wondering.
Is everyone back? Kara might still be away. But
Nope,
their
I just
character
came
is
back.
okay, I was going to say their character is a sleeping weasel, so it doesn't matter too much. So Jessina, you've ordered Joban to go forward and attack the creature, and he looks at you confused. Would you like to try a different order?
Yes. I'm gonna order Joban to run forward in a straight line 15 feet.
15 feet, okay. Joban looks at you and says, okay. No, or he nods at you, and he charges forward, and as he passes by the owlbear steps aside and allows him to pass.
God fucking damn it.
And then moves back and stares at you.
Metagaming avoided.
Okay. Jessina's gonna say, all right, Leroy Jenkins! And she's gonna, wielding her scimitar, brandishing her scimitar, she's going to charge forward and attempt to run straight through / past the owlbear into the magical grove. And just see what happens.
1 second. All right, so where are you moving exactly? You can move your character, just do it slowly so I see the path and everything. Okay. As you move from here to here, the owlbear turns and swipes its claws at you, instantly hitting you in the back of the head, and you take...
Ow.
You take 6 damage, but you don't see any blood coming out of your body. You just feel like you took 6 damage. So go ahead and mark that damage down.
Fine. So, because I think you AFK'd when you said that you did. So I said, oh, I know what's going on. The owlbear is not really there. It's an illusion. So I'm just going to YOLO and just try to charge through it. And then I put down my headset, but I had my stream on in the background so I could hear. And then Zach said, and
so he was being serious.
And then Zach said, this is when we find out that Jake doesn't want to DM us anymore.
Well, how long? Okay. Anyway, so you take a little bit of damage, and the owlbear stays there for the moment. The path forward looks very, very like it's getting smaller and smaller, but you can still get through without difficult terrain. If you'd like to continue, you've moved 15 feet. You got another 15 feet of movement if you want to move ahead.
Yes. Hold on, let me measure.
Oh, and that you didn't see because you were AFK. The entanglement disappeared.
Okay.
All right, and you haven't used your action yet. Are you doing anything else? The path continues further, like maybe like 100 feet, twisting and turning, but it looks like a path you can walk safely, but it's not like a nice big open path.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast Frostbite on the owlbear.
All right.
That's
One second.
a DC 14. I think it's con. Yep. DC 14 con save.
Okay, DC 14.
Yep.
Hmm. All right. The owlbear looks like it is coated in frost and roars at you. How much damage does it take?
1d6.
Okay.
And 1 second. A damage die. I haven't used one of those in a while. 5 cold damage.
All right. Its body is coated over with rime as it howls at you. All right. And let me see. Na. Damn it. Let's see. Yeah, that one. Make a wisdom saving throw.
Who?
Sorry, Justina, the only awake one.
Oh yeah. Where'd die go? Oh wow, all the way over here. 5. Did you say wisdom saving throw?
Yeah.
11.
All right. You feel confusion come over your mind. You are very confused. You're not really sure what's going on. Not that you all were before. So it's your turn again. Roll a d10 for me and tell the result.
I am very confused. Oh yeah, I'm all by myself. I'm gonna shout at the elemental to go back and wake up my friends because I'm remembering I'm the only one awake somehow through the
Okay.
confusion. 1.
A 1. All right. Roll a d8.
Only one more after this. D12. 4.
4, 2, 4. You, let's see. You attempt to run off into the brush, but you can't because you're blocked by the thick bushes of trees. So you just kind of like slam your face into the bushes and get stuck, and your turn ends. Joban runs over to the party, and he is able to make it to the 2 sleeping creatures on the ground since he's not sure he can climb a tree, but that's his turn. Justina, make a wisdom saving throw. The owlbear follows you into the clearing.
8.
Okay. And roll another d10.
8.
All right. Let's see. All right. The owlbear who has now chased you, you turn And do you have a weapon out?
Yeah, my scimitar.
You swing your scimitar at the owlbear. Make an attack roll.
Yay.
Your scimitar slices through its body with ease, but it looks like its wounds immediately heal up. Roll another wisdom saving throw.
I was afraid of that. 21.
21. You shake off your confusion. You realize you've been acting in a way that you wouldn't normally choose to act, and you are now free to continue your actions as normally next turn. However, the owlbear swipes at you, and you take, oh my god, you take 5 slashing damage. Does that knock you out? Yeah, it does.
Yep.
All right, Justina's unconscious. Joban shakes awake. Roll a die. High is
No, coin. Coin.
Flip a coin. Heads is Toddy. Tails is Kara.
There you go, Kara. It's all you.
Whoa! Whoa!
All right, Kara wakes up. You see Joban shaking you awake. Go roar, 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 and he turns to shake Toddy awake. But it is your turn, so you can wake Toddy if you want to.
Can you make it? Can you make it to Pantalk? You could bite him awake.
The entanglement's not there. You could.
How far away is he? 15?
Well, let's see. He's 10 foot up in the tree. Yeah, 10 foot, but it costs 20 foot of movement. So yeah, I mean we're a little bit flexible. You can make it to him.
Whoop.
And you want to bite him to wake him up?
No, not really. Just shake me with your tiny little claws.
Fine, I'll shake you. Although it's very tempting to bite you, we're kind of in a crucial situation.
Well,
tug
you know
and
what?
chitter in my ear, like tugging my ear and chitter in it.
I'll make this easy. With the weasel stat block, make a strength check.
No.
Okay.
-4 strength. So 2.
Yeah.
You shake him with your little weasel paws, but it's not quite enough to shake him awake. Thinking quickly, you may be able to try another method to wake him up.
Bite!
Make an attack roll.
I bite his
advantage.
ear.
With advantage.
Yeah, it's a +10 to hit. Or sorry, +5 to hit. All right, 14. Roll to see if you crit.
Oh.
Okay. You do hit, and Pantalk takes 1d1 piercing damage. So roll a d1. Just kidding. Why does it say 1d1? Pantalk is awoken with 1 piercing damage.
Ow! Why did you bite me?
Squeak!
Oh, that's right. You can't talk.
Oh, where'd Pantalk go? Why are tokens disappearing from the map?
Ah! Everything disappeared.
Pantalk's awake but prone in the tree, by the way.
Pantalk.
Everything disappeared? Is it back?
Yeah. Yeah, I see
Okay.
Pantalk. Pantalk. What's going on? And he jumps out of the tree. He stands prone and jumps out of the tree.
All right. So half your movement is gone, and you take 2 bludgeoning damage.
Climb out of the tree.
Oh, okay. You said jump out of the tree.
Well, I mean,
right.
I thought it would be squishy soft ground, so I want to climb out.
You're at 5. You have 5 feet remaining at the base of the tree.
There should be a hotkey for the measuring tool.
Tab.
Oh, wait, no, tab does the ding.
Hold tab.
Oh. Okay.
Okay.
He moves a little bit towards the direction he thinks that Justina is. And he says, come on, guys. I don't see Justina around. But she was running off this way before I got knocked out.
Right.
Oh,
And
wait.
I think, was that everyone's turn?
Wait, does Pantalk have an action?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to dash.
All right.
Oops, wrong one. So he'll dash up to here.
All right. You see Justina's lifeless body in a hidden clearing to the left.
Oh shit!
Oh, god damn it! Gods damn it! Wait, no. Who's my god? I need to read my character sheet. Hold on, let me. No, I'm just kidding. No, not again! And he's gonna use his last, I think, like 5 feet.
Yeah.
And he's gonna move in towards Justina.
Okay. And Justina's turn. She's unconscious, so we'll skip her.
That's safe.
And nope.
You should have me roll and then
No.
just not tell me what it does.
No, you don't have a death save. You're good. Let me see. Car climbed the tree. Let's see.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. So elves are immune to magical sleep.
Wait.
Which
Oh,
is
and Pantox an elf, isn't he?
Yeah, Pantox fallen asleep several times. So it was
So is Toddy.
it was
Toddy wakes up.
it was
Toddy
psychosomatic.
chooses to accept the magical sleep because she doesn't give a fuck.
So all 3 of us are immune to sleep, and we're like rolling with all the mechanics, and fucking Justina's unconscious. Wow, this is like, no, wait, not Hogan's Heroes. Who are the ones that don't succeed?
The Nazis.
3. Oh no, don't say that one. You didn't say anything. You didn't say anything. 3 Stooges.
Oh yeah.
Because Kara's not
actually-
doing anything wrong. Kara doesn't
yeah.
know. Kara sees us falling down to sleep and is like, oh, okay, I guess I was wrong about elves.
That's hilarious because it wouldn't have necessarily trivialized the encounter, but hey, that's a good reason to remember your character's abilities. Justina's still unconscious. She got knocked the F out.
Yeah, no, I get it.
No, that's hilarious. Oh my gosh. All of you are elves and we all forgot that mechanic. Well, there you go. Now you realize how it comes into play and you'll remember next time.
And I was just going to look up what his god was, and I didn't even write that down.
It's like Nebulon or something, some god of the stars or whatever.
Celestion, but he was originally, there was some like fire goddess he liked.
Some fire god, yeah. Okay, well, Justina's still unconscious. Toddy, you realized you're an elf and woke up.
No, I remembered that. Kidding.
See,
I just decided that I was going to accept the sleep because that's what my character would do.
Well, you did wake up, though, so you're awake now. And not prone.
Well, I didn't remember it anyways. I was lying.
At first, I was excited because I'm also have advantage against charm abilities, and I was going to be like, oh, Justina actually would resist that because she has. And then I noticed immune to magical sleep, and I'm like, see, this is why you write shit down and look at it.
I will just say that sleep is the only thing that was messed up there, and Pantok got put to sleep a couple times, so I guess the only ones who could be affected. Okay, you know what? If I did think of that, someone else, one of the elves, probably would have gotten polymorphed instead of Kara, since they're the only one that can't be. Hold on one second.
We'll call ahead and or I'll tell you.
Okay.
I had that Luke's going to get Noah. Tell it.
Okay.
Oh,
Mom says that
sweet.
Luke's going to be the one picking up Noah when he comes home. So I don't. She said like 10:30, 11, something like that.
Oh, cool. Okay, well, let him know. Yeah, because I was gonna just make sure that I wrapped up by that time and then bring him home. So.
Okay. Yeah, Luke. I don't know if he's just going to show up or what, but you can let him know.
Okay.
But he's got at least 30 minutes. I think she said Marilee gets off at 10:30, so I think he's coming home first and then he's going to go, but she'll probably let me know when he leaves.
Okay, I'll just tell him to plan on Luke picking him up.
Yeah. Okay, where were we? So, yeah, the sleep's the only thing. I would have been, so they wouldn't have polymorphed. Kara wouldn't have been polymorphed if everyone else is immune to sleep. So someone else would have been targeted with polymorph instead, and then Kara would have been put to sleep. So, it washes. It's not that big a deal. They would have done other things instead of sleep. So, It went a little bit differently, but I mean, forest, weird, creepy stuff. It's DM Fiat. It bypasses the magic sleep. Anyway, Jusina's unconscious. Pantok's moved. Kara's in the tree. Let's see, one more thing. Pantok, make a intelligence saving throw.
Well, I might as well just auto-fail this one with the way things have been going tonight. Can't operate steam, don't remember my own abilities, and that's a 3.
All right.
3
Kara,
plus doesn't matter.
Kara, while you're in the tree, suddenly you turn back into kobold form and almost fall out of the tree, but you hold your footing. Pantok, you see Justina's corpse light on fire and burn to ashes.
No, I'm too late. Oh no, Justina's dead. Oh, this is terrible.
And
Pantok screams that out loud.
it's you guys' turn now.
Jusina's what?
She died. I'm too late. I didn't save her. Oh my gods. God, what is his god? Oh, Celestion, I have failed
Celestion.
you. Yeah, but there's this other one. It's in Discord. Way back somewhere.
Yeah.
I'm just Googling Greyhawk deities.
Greyhawk, God of Fire.
I'm gonna get off this fucking tree and shake off the trauma I just went through as a weasel and run over here to experience more trauma by seeing if Jusina's really dead. And what do you
All
know?
right. You do make it over there with your movement, and you see Justina's lifeless body lying there, but it looks like she's still breathing from this distance.
She's still. Wait, could you repeat that? I'm sorry.
She's unconscious, but from what you can tell, she's still breathing.
Pantok.
Jorami was your god, Pantok.
Pantok, you fucking scared me. She's not dead. She's unconscious.
Pantok, you see her body burning like logs in a fire and her skin turning to ashes.
No, Jorami has consumed my sister. No, this is terrible.
Wait.
Pantok
You guys
is...
are sisters? I had no fucking idea.
It's a metaphor. Ah, this is so terrible. She
God.
was like my sister. What do you think? All elves are related? That's...
No.
Oh, not cool. Ooh, that's problematic.
Hold on.
My sister! And Pantok is dropped to his knees, and he drops his spell book and his wand, and he's like
Oh my
crying
god,
into
do
his
you
hands.
have any healing thing? Do you have any healing potions, my good sir?
She's
She'll
already
be fine.
She's
Shut
already
up!
dead.
Shut the fuck up. Quit playing a prank on me. This prank isn't funny. It isn't cool. It isn't nice. Now
Her
give me
body
a potion.
is burning. You cannot
It
heal
is
a
not,
burned
you
corpse.
piece of shit.
Oh, yes it is.
You're
I'm looking at it. This is
You're
terrible.
delusional. Shut up.
Wait, I have an
Give me-
idea.
Give me a fucking potion.
Pantok casts prestidigitation to make Justina's body smell like mesquite.
Mesquite.
You know, like barbecue.
Oh my
Like a nice, like a yummy mesquite barbecue.
Your prestidigitation spell works, and you smell her, but Kara has no change. Also, Pantok, make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay, Pantok is crying, but then he sniffs the air and his mouth waters, and he's like, "Yum."
Oh, sorry. Wait. Oh,
Well,
never mind.
no save.
No saving throw. No.
Also, he has no healing potions. I don't have any healing potions. Oh no! I just wish I had some barbecue sauce.
Oh my god.
Ooh, but I got some.
Barbecue
I have some cheese on my axe here.
What the fuck are you talking about?
My friend Justina is burned to death in front of my eyes. How are you not
Dude.
freaking out right now?
Toddy, what are you doing at this point?
No?
Yeah, we continue back and forth like this for a
I
while.
went back to sleep. No, not really.
You hear this horrible
No.
commotion.
I'm just watching.
You hear a horrible commotion of Kara trying to comfort Pantok and arguing with him as he's screaming out about Justina's death.
I go, in the sea of madness, the insane seem sane. As if I was being deeply profound or something, but I'm not.
What does Choban do? Does he, since he woke up, Toddy, does he come running back to Pantok?
He's where he is right now, unless someone else can tell him what to do.
Pantuk's too busy crying. He doesn't. He's gonna spend a little bit of time crying here. He's like really upset. If no one's doing anything, then he's gonna walk over to Jacina's body and start like mourning her corpse.
Are you doing anything to her corpse? Or are you just
Uh,
next to it?
after so he's going to crawl over and he's just like on his hands and knees bent down. Oh, Jacina, no, how can I let this happen to you? And as he slightly composes himself, I want to make a medicine check and see if the body is beyond recovery.
Okay. Make an investigation check. As you inspect her body, and feel her body, expecting it to turn to ash, you realize that it's an illusion, and her body turns back to normal for you.
Toddy says gasp.
Toddy isn't there.
Yeah, you don't see that because you're like far away.
Oh, okay, that's right.
God,
I forgot.
Oh my God! Oh, I mean, oh my Joremy! Oh my Celestian! No, wait. He says, Celestian, Joremy taketh away, and Celestian gives her back to me. Jacina, you're okay. Wake up, wake up! And he starts shaking her shoulders and trying to wake her up.
Wake up! I don't like this. Jacina, wake up!
It seems like she is too injured to be awoken. It seems like she is unconscious due to being at 0 hit points.
Jacina?
Yeah.
Jacina, what happened? You don't have any injuries on you. What? Why are you unconscious? Come on, wake up. Wake up. Can I do a medicine check now?
Sure.
Because I'm trying to figure out, I'm like trying to give her CPR, like figure out how to wake her up, like stabilize her, but I don't see any wounds.
It seems like she's unconscious, but she's totally stable. But like injured. I don't know. You don't see any visible wounds, but she's definitely like, she's not just asleep. She's unconscious.
Okay, hold on. I'm Googling detect magic to see if it's worth casting.
With your medicine check, you know that there's nothing. She's just unconscious. You don't feel like there's any magic.
Oh, okay. Got it. Pantuk.
She took damage and she's at 0 hit points and she's unconscious.
Pantuk
is what you can tell.
Tells Kara to quickly go get Toddy and bring her in here, and we need to figure out what's going on with Jacina. She looks like she's hurt. I don't have any way of healing her, and she won't wake up.
Okay.
We are still in initiative, but it seems like nothing else is happening right now, so you can move and act freely unless I say otherwise.
Toddy.
What?
Jacina is not dead. She's alive, but she won't wake up. We need you. We need you.
I'm not sure how I'm gonna help. I could maybe do an illusion that makes her look awake. Quick, Pantok, give her a kiss. See if that'll wake her up. In the fairy tales, because no, I don't think that's gonna work.
Gross. My last name's not Hansberger. Jacina's my friend. She's like a sister. That was the last game. Oh, if it was James right now, he'd be all over that.
Oh my God.
Wait,
carefully craft a campaign that over years and years and years leads to that one event, and the whole thing is just a railroad for that.
Oh my God.
Since Jacina and Pantuk are both me, technically, if they bang, isn't it just really elaborate masturbation?
You guys need to watch the new Rick and Morty episode. As you guys gather around
the
body,
because I don't pay for it. I went to look at it earlier, and it was all like, nope.
The first episode is free on YouTube, and then
I saw the first episode on Adult Swim, but I couldn't see the next one.
WCOstream.com. As you gather around Jacina's body, you hear giggling in the treetops, and 3 berries drop on the floor in front of you.
I would not trust those berries with my life.
Ooh, a piece of candy.
Do they look like good berries? Can I
make a nature
look
check.
at them? Okay. Oh my god, no! I rolled my dice!
Every time,
Oh
every time Kara does something with an object, it gets deleted from the table.
That's a bad
Wait.
omen when you delete your dice every time you roll it. What'd you get? I got a delete.
That's a 13.
They do look like good berries.
This doesn't look good still, but it still looks like good berry.
Good
But
berries.
I still don't trust it.
Quick, bring them over here. Let's give them to Jacina. It seems like
I
don't
don't trust this, man.
Are you kidding? She's basically dying over here. Like, we gotta try something. How she can't go? There's no negative HP in this edition.
I literally just got turned into a weasel. Anything could happen right now. You literally just watched Jacina burn alive. Anything could happen. These berries could kill her for all we know. And I'm making a very valid point here. I've been
She's in a coma.
Oh my god. Well, if you want to poison Jacina, be my guest, but I think this shouldn't be the only option.
Do you have any
here.
other? Do you have any healing potions? Do you have any other
Mm.
ways of restoring her?
Damn it, no.
Because I don't. I'm an arcane mage. I only have cool spells. I don't have healing and shit.
Fine,
I
but
ca-
you do it. So you're responsible if Jacina dies.
I can create a pretend one with minor illusion, and even make it taste like one with prestidigitation.
Oh my god.
Well, I'm willing to take that chance. Give me one of those berries and I'll feed it to her.
Oh boy. I give the whole berries, whole 3 berries, was it?
I
There's
only,
like
There was-
3 berries
yes.
on a leaf or whatever.
I only need one because if it's gonna kill her, then I'm not gonna give her the other 2. I mean, at that point. And if she wakes up, then she can decide on her own if she wants to eat the other 2 berries. So I take a berry.
If the first one kills her, there's no harm in giving her the other 2.
That's a good point. But hey, if the first one kills her, then the other 2 are basically poison pellets. We could do some cool stuff with that. Okay, I'm gonna. So Pantog is going to kneel down and pop one of the hopefully good berries into Jacina's unconscious mouth.
Good
Jacina
berries
heals
is
1
bad.
HP and wakes up.
Oh shit!
Oh my god,
You're alive!
that was amazing! I was in this magical land where little men in little red pajamas were poking me with pitchforks.
Huh.
I think it was heaven. What'd you feed me? A good berry? Where'd you get those? And Pantok says, Kara found them. And Jacina says, on the ground?
Yes.
Pantok, you just took stuff on the ground and just shoved it in my mouth while I was unconscious.
Yeah.
There's a joke in there somewhere.
Well, thank you, because the forest
That's
has
what
healing
Toddy says.
properties. Did you guys
do you
see?
want these other 2?
Where's the owl? Yeah, give me those 2. And she pops them like Tic Tacs. Is she 3 hit points now?
If she eats all 3, yes.
Yep, munch. She goes, "Where's the owl bear?
There was an owl bear?
There was. It frickin' knocked me unconscious. Didn't you see it? I tried to run past it and it attacked me.
No, I was a weasel and I was asleep and I was a weasel and I was asleep. I think I was a weasel.
Yeah,
Was I a squirrel or a weasel?
yeah. By the way,
couldn't tell.
Toddy, Pantok, what's up with you guys falling asleep? The 3 of us are elves. You guys know you're immune to magical sleep, right?
I am probably never going to pass up an opportunity to fall asleep, even if it's magical sleep, because I like my sleep.
Pantok looks really
Gotta get your
embarrassed.
beauty rest.
Pantok looks really embarrassed, and he goes, "Oh, I think I might have fainted."
Oh, yeah.
I had the most wonderful dream. I was a little guy in a red suit with a pitchfork, and I was poking Jacina.
All right, well, we need to get in formation and watch out for this this owl bear, but don't get close together because that's how we got hurt before. It's clustered up. So come on, guys, I'm gonna lead the way. And Pantok says, "You're looking a little hurt there. Are you sure you want to keep going?" And Jacina says, "Well, I mean, I guess we could head back to the path and just try to like get the hell out of here." And what do you think, guys?
I really have done my time as a fucking weasel, and I am sick of this magical nature bullshit. Get me out of here!
It was all very entertaining from my perspective, I must admit.
As you
But
guys are
yeah, we
sitting
should
there,
probably get back to the task at hand because, the darker it gets, the worse it's going to get.
as you're sitting there discussing this amongst yourselves, another light figure with 5 points appears off in the distance towards the end of the flower-coated path and beckons you forward.
You know, I think not this time. Come on, guys.
I don't know.
Justina walks towards the path, and Pantok is not going to not follow Justina, so he scurries along behind her and says, "All right, whatever."
You hear a voice call from the treetops above you, hundreds of feet in the canopy, and it speaks in Sylvan first. Does anyone understand Sylvan?
I know what I'm going to tell it.
No.
I know I'm going to respond. Oh my god.
Oh, shit. I don't know. I'll have to look.
Ah! Sylvan's a
Sylvan.
language? No, it isn't.
Yeah, it's the non-elf.
Nope. I don't speak
language.
Sylvan. I speak Common and Elvish.
I
I
think
speak Common, Draconic, and Thieves' Cant.
I speak Druidic. I think Chris just speaks.
It speaks in Sylvan, a long flowery sounding sentence, and you can pinpoint it coming from about 100 feet above you, but you don't see any creature up there. How do you react when you hear this language you don't understand? You can respond to it, or it doesn't know if you understand it or not at first.
Pantok looks at Justina, and Justina shakes her head, and she shuts out in Elvish and says, does she recognize the language?
You recognize it as Sylvan.
Okay. She says in Elvish, "I apologize. I don't. I appreciate the Sylvan tongue, but I do not understand it. Do you speak Elvish or Primordial?"
You hear broken Elvish, like it's struggling, like someone trying to speak Spanish, like me at work trying to speak Spanish to a customer, and it says, "You play well. Please follow the lights. Thank you."
No.
It says, "Do not let your struggles be for naught."
God damn it. Come on, guys. Someone make a decision here. Don't leave it to... Justina and Pantok are arguing. Justina's like, guys, actually, we have, spent a lot of time out here. We might as well, confront the thing that was screwing with us. And, hey, it sounds like maybe it was just playing with us. And Pantok's like, nope, fuck this. No more pretend sleepies. No more imaginary owl bears. No more bonfire of the vanities. We're getting the hell out of here. And
you know what?
they're arguing.
You guys.
Nothing has happened in like the last couple minutes. You guys have just been chilling. Nothing bad's happened.
It's been kind of nice. It was kind of nice to be a little rodent creature. That was a little bit of an enjoyable experience, although a little bit traumatizing as well. And
Pantok says, "You realize for some Fey creatures, play means kill, right? Like, we did just heal Justina up from 0 hit points."
That's why you never invite the Fae into your house, even as a joke.
Well, do you go into their house when they invite you? Because I'm pretty sure that's what's happening.
Oh, hell yeah. I would in a heartbeat.
then why aren't you?
Yeah, you lead the way then. Justina says, "I'll go with Toddy.
Aren't
I'm not
we-
scared."
We're in this magical forest at night. We're kind of in the Fae's house.
Pretty much. So
Yeah, they're beckoning you into
you
like their
prefer-
back room.
But now let's... Oh, yes. Oh, the nice one with the plastic sheeting up on the walls. I see. And the big old X on the floor where we're supposed to stand. I got it.
The
You
one with
get
all
the
the red
feeling-
paint on it?
you get
Yeah,
the-
paint.
You get the feeling that if they wanted to harm you, whatever was harming you wanted to harm you further, it would.
Nah, but seriously, we should probably go collect the flowers because I am feeling really magically sleepy.
Let's do this. I I'm sick of bickering, and I changed my mind. I'm going in.
All right, the path seems to open for you as you walk through, and the flowers bloom as you follow the path, and the dancing lights get more excited as they lead the way. Is Kara the only one going in?
Come on, guys. I don't want to do this
Alright.
alone.
Well, it was nice knowing Kara, but
I thought you wanted to go.
yeah, I was just joking. That's my other character.
Okay, well, Justina's ready to go in, so she's going to follow, but staying about 10, 15 feet behind Toddy, and Pantok stays as far back as he can. So from this position, he's not moving yet. He wants to stay out of sleep range.
All right.
Yeah, pretty much.
Even though it doesn't affect him, I mean, there's other AoEs.
You're proceeding
Oh.
cautiously into the everyone is, but cautiously.
Yep, and it's
Spread
Kara,
out.
and then Justina, and then Pantok and Justina are leaving 15 feet between them and the leaders.
Okay. As you travel down this hollow, like bush tunnel, the path again continues to open up. Plants step aside, and you hear the voice from up in the trees giggle at you, and it says, "You learn quickly. Please enjoy."
Oh.
And up ahead, you see. Let's see, how do I delete? 1 second. Delete. You come to a clearing
Oh.
with a large tree stump in the middle. Position yourselves coming from this direction however you want to. Am I missing someone? Yeah. And you see a large tree stump in the middle of a clearing. Kara was up ahead. This is as far as you get. And sitting on the tree stump, you can see from this distance is a small cloth bag, and this field is full of hooded maidens.
Just like my college days.
We've hit the jackpot! Woohoo! I began running around.
Proceed with caution.
No, I began running around freely. In the hooded maiden static, and I. Did I cut out?
No?
Nope.
And what? You proceed and dance around?
Yes.
Okay. That happens.
We're following you. I've got my characters.
There's a
positioned.
bunch of flowers, and there's a bag sitting in the middle of this tree stump. It's about the size of a human fist.
What's the bag made out of?
It looks like some kind of cloth, but it's not like well woven. It's more like woven from very fine plant fibers, but not like a traditionally loomed. It looks more natural.
I pick it up.
It's got a little tag attached to the top of it, with writing on it that you don't understand.
I would just like to stress this is how people go missing.
Justina, could you read
Pantok
this
says,
for-
"Yeah, I don't like this very much." Justina looks at it and says, "Well, I know Druidic, but that's not what this is. I think this is Sylvan, which I just never bothered to learn. I know a lot of the other Druid elves
Aw.
did,
Who said it was
but
Sylvan?
I'm assuming, and if it's not, then I say that I don't know what it is."
Well, Kara doesn't recognize it at all, but you could ask me what it says when you look at it. Considering you speak different languages.
Do I think that it's Sylvan?
Well, it has two sides of the tag. One side is Sylvan, which you recognize the script. The other side is Elvish.
Oh, he couldn't understand it. Got it. Okay.
Right.
So she says, well, one side I think is written in Sylvan and I can't read it, but the other side appears to be a translation written in Elvish. It says,
"Thank you for playing with us. Please accept this gift for your participation."
"Oh, fuck no," and she drops it on the ground. And she doesn't even finish reading it. She says, "Please
As you
accept
drop it
this
on the
as a
ground,
gift."
As you drop it on the ground and start telling them what it says, a little puff of glitter comes out of the top of it and dissipates into a fine cloud of golden mist.
What is that?
The bag is still full, but a little bit of it got shaken out when you dropped it.
That bag. The bag. You
I-
took it. That's a gift. You just took a gift from the Fae. Did you leave anything to replace it?
Oh,
this is
oh my
bad.
God! It's
Oh, this is
drugs!
bad.
Quick, give it to my nose.
Wait! I can fix this. I can fix this.
Pantuck
I
yells,
go back
"Told
over
you
to the
so!"
stump. I go back over the stump and let me see an appropriate gift.
Great, we're gonna get back to the inn, and we're never gonna get the pixies out. They're just gonna be in every corner, under every cobweb, in every drawer, under the pillows, in the sheet.
The disembodied voice speaks to you, Kara. It's coming from immediately in front of you. And it says, "You've already given us the gift of laughter. This is a repayment. We're even. In common."
Why, thank you.
And then it giggles, and you hear the giggling disappear off into the distance. And then you hear two more voices giggling and disappearing off into the distance.
Oh wow. So this should be perfectly fine to just pick up, and I pick it up and open it and look my little lizard eyes into the bag.
There's a fine golden powder inside. Make an Arcana check to see if you know what it is immediately. If not, you can investigate it during a short rest.
Kara is extremely obsessed with sparklies because, all of my characters are. And he looks mesmerized as he looks at the sparkly dust. But anyways, time to...
And don't worry, if you don't know what it is, I can use Identify on it. You don't have a pearl, do you? Oh no, I don't have a pearl. I guess I can't use Identify. Ah.
You recognize it. It's a bag of pixie dust.
Pixie dust! Wow!
I love that this game with this character is the game where you give away the pixie dust.
He gave some to us in the other game too.
Oh, okay.
I was actually thinking that when you gave us the pixie dust, I was like, damn it, now mine's gonna seem like I was copying you.
I rolled
This
mine on a
pixie dust is-
table.
Well, this one's been sitting on this stump for about 3 months now, so I win.
Yeah, it was like a D8 table too, so you had a pretty good chance of not having it be identical.
Just see
And I was just gonna say, and this field is entirely full of the flowers which you came here originally for.
Yes. That is very cool.
How many
Justina,
did we need? Justina has like 9 or 10. Did we? What were we going for?
12 is the goal you're going for, so you need 3 more ounces.
Why don't we get even more than that? Let's get some extra so we can make a bouquet and have it just along with us. Wouldn't that be really nice?
Yeah, maybe we can use it for alchemy or something. Go ahead, snatch it up.
He told you he would pay you extra for if you bring any extra, or of course you're welcome to keep it for yourself. He only requested 12 ounces, but if you gather more, it's not useless.
I would love to gather more.
Okay, fine. I need to break up my herbalism kit. Justina's gonna pull out her pruning shears and see how many flowers she can gather.
All right. Who all is gathering flowers, and is anyone else doing anything besides gathering?
Pantuck
not
says, picking flowers seems a little gay, which is awesome, but nah, I'm okay. I don't have an herbalism kit.
Well, then Kara's being very gay then.
Toddy, are you going to grab any of those flowers? I think I'm going to sit this one out.
Yeah, I'll help get some.
Okay, just Justina.
All right. Kara and Toddy make a survival check to see how many flowers to see if you're able to gather flowers successfully. And Justina does not have to make a check since she's using an herbalism kit. So survival checks.
Oh, nice.
Natural 20. So 22.
Okay. And Kara?
That's my second natural 20 this game. I just like to state, when it doesn't really matter.
Worked out for you so far.
What was the first natural 20?
Save.
Yeah, it was a save of some sort. I don't remember. You got a 20 at the same time, too.
Did you say Kara?
Yes, Kara's survival check.
Yes, hold on. I did just roll. I'm just looking for survival. 15.
All right. In total, between the three of you gathering, you scour the field clean, and you gather 20 ounces of flowers from this grove alone.
How many does Justina get?
You get 20 ounces of flowers total from this grove alone. You guys can split it however you want.
We left some so the flowers can repopulate, right?
Oh yeah, there's still plenty left. They're just not. They're either not bloomed or not fully grown.
Okay, good.
You just got as many as you could gather. This grove is especially plentiful.
We don't want to be capitalists and just take all the shit for ourselves. That would be sucky.
However many I get, I hand them to Justina. I could probably not be trusted to carry them all the way back home.
You gathered more than anyone else, Toddy. You have like an armful of them, and you're like, I hope this is enough.
I don't know what I'm doing.
So how about Toddy takes 10, and then me and Kara each take 5?
Okay.
Okay, I have 14 now.
So I have 10 total or 10 ounces?
It's ounces, but you can just track them as individual numbers. It's measured in ounces, but it really doesn't matter. It's just easier than saying 10 flowers. Because it's petals of the flowers, so
plus it's more fun to say 10 ounce of flower.
Yeah.
Oh man, 10 ounces of flour.
I got a dime of it.
Make sure if you're splitting it up, make sure everyone records that on your character sheet, or you will lose them in the forest when you leave. And it looks like that was all there is in this grove. You've gathered the flowers and you've retrieved the payment from the stump.
Yippee!
Well, Justina is out of hit dice, so there's no healing for her. So, and she's at 3 HP. So, I guess you guys want to get back to the path.
Yeah, I think it's time we
probably
go home, but not literally home. Home is very far away for me. Let's go.
Okay, so we're gonna form up and head back to the path.
All right. You return to the path, and after you've gone through the tunnel, it seems like you come out in a slightly different area than before. You don't seem to recognize the twists and turns.
Oh shit!
But it looks like there's a nice clear path up ahead. And I'm guessing you're finished gathering flowers. Are you trying to leave the forest now?
Yeah, we're trying.
Okay. Is anyone doing anything else before you get back to traveling to leave the forest? There's nothing. I'm not implying anything. I'm just making sure I didn't forget anything or anyone.
Nope. Yeah, we're not doing any short rests or anything. Okay. Justine and Pantug are just gonna head back to the path.
Who's the last one to leave the grove?
Me.
Okay, Toddy. As you start to disappear, you hear giggling from behind you, and in D&D terms, you automatically see it, but do you turn around to look at what is giggling?
Yeah, I would be curious to know what the fuck is giggling from behind me.
You see a pixie floating in the air, 15 feet, and it sprinkles some magical pixie dust on itself, and then flies up off into the trees.
I wave goodbye.
That's it. You're the only one who saw that. You were the last one, and it happened right before you left. And you recognized it as a pixie. They're very distinguishable. You don't have to make a check for it. Not like that one game on the Tiamat's Tavern where he was like, "You guys aren't supposed to know what mind flayers are." No one knows what mind flayers are.
Oh God, yeah. I mean,
the players know what a mind flayer is. And if you want them to pretend like they don't, then tell them you see a mind flayer and your characters don't know what it is. Or when they say it's a mind flayer, say your characters don't know that in this world. And they can say, okay.
You see a large, muscular, green-skinned creature with a pig face with tusks coming out of it. And it says, "You don't know that I'm an orc."
Exactly.
And it speaks a strange
Kinda orc
orcish language. It says
So,
meats back on the menu, boys. Oh, it's an orc. No, stop metagaming. You don't know that.
No, exactly. God. Anyway, you continue walking out of the forest, looking for the way out. And as you travel, time passes. It's been 10 or 15 minutes since you left the grove, and the path begins to widen, and the trees begin to feel like they're getting smaller and smaller as you travel, and moonlight trickles through the canopy above you. And before you know it, you can see a couple 100 feet up ahead. It looks like you see the skyline and the end of the forest. And after about 20 minutes, you reach the chain which was wrapped around the forest. How do you proceed?
Hello.
Hello?
Hello.
Hi?
I can hear you. I I thought my mic cut out, but I'm fine.
You're good. What are you guys doing as you come up to the chain?
Step over. Step.
All right. Kara tries to step over, but he's small, so he's like reaching up. He can walk under it real easily, but he's like trying to climb over it.
He wants to seem all like tall because he's jealous that everybody's tall except him. Oh, and he gives up and then just goes under the chain.
Okay. Does the rest of the party continue exiting the forest?
Yes.
Okay. Now, I mean, you guys are in control. Describe what you do. You're out of the forest.
Sorry, I ran AFK because I needed to start
Oh.
a thing of laundry, and
Okay.
I put it on the TV, so I heard everything that you said,
Okay.
but I couldn't respond. And I'm like,
Okay.
guys, step over the chain, because you're like, you see a chain, and then silence.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
You're free to describe your character's actions. I just describe what happens. You guys attempt to exit the forest, and you have done so.
I totally
I would
forgot
like to
about
go
these.
ahead and exit, and then maybe make our way back to our little camp area, catch up on that magical sleep I so rudely got interrupted from.
Yeah, I forgot the whole reason that when we started going into the forest, that was the thing that we saw is an iron chain indicating. So yeah, Pentuck goes, "Oh yeah, this chain makes a lot more sense now." And he and Justina step over the chain and head back to the path, continuing. Wait, no, not continuing. We're in this forest here to gather the Hidden Maidens, right? So
Mhm.
was there? I feel like this was actually the end of the path. Was there any forks or caves or anything that we passed up exploring, or is it pretty much time to head out of here and head back?
Nope. It seemed like as soon as you attempted to leave the forest, you were instantly at the exit.
Oh,
You didn't. It wasn't. You didn't even have to retrace
That's
your steps.
normal.
It took you about 20 minutes to get out.
okay, that's normal. All right, guys. Well, I think we can head back and give that druid guy his pink flowers.
It's like a 6-hour walk back, and it's nighttime. We need to make camp.
Yeah, you guys have been traveling for 8 hours now, including the traveling here and then the wandering the forest. So any further travel
Yeah.
will require exhaustion checks, and
Yep.
it's also almost 11:30 at night in game.
Oh, nice.
Which is why that's why Toddy is like, I really want to catch up on my sleep and camp time.
Camp.
Coincidentally,
Woohoo.
about 1,000 feet in the distance, you do see the same spot you guys camped at. It seems like you came out around the same side you came in.
Okay, well, let's head back to our camp where we know that it's relatively safe and get a fire going for the night.
And then we can tell stories around the bonfire.
Oh, I forgot
Oh,
to tell.
11:30 at night.
Shut up.
Toddy is going to sleep
I forgot to
after
tell.
we start the fire.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay.
But yeah, you guys are going to set up camp. If there's anything special you want to do, I mean, I'll give Nick a chance to when he gets back. But if there's anything special you want to do, I mean, role play wise, if you want, but I'm talking like mechanical wise. Otherwise, you guys will long rest when he gets back, of course.
Okay, sorry, I'm back. Hey, if you find out that Luke's on the way, let me know and I'll go tell Noah. But
Okay.
yeah, he knows.
Yeah, I don't know if they plan on having him come in here and tell me or what, but if I find out, I'll let you know.
Yep, if I hear a knock at the door, then okay.
All right, so you guys have exited the forest and you're going back to your camp to set up camp. We can speed through that long rest unless there's anything special anyone wants to do.
Nope, let's speed through the long rest. I'm gonna go update my character sheets.
Okay. Also, just for whatever, Toddy, you recognize the pixie because you read about it in Pentock's book. That was why.
Awesome.
That was why you instantly recognized it because you saw it in the book that you were reading. Throw back to that.
That's awesome.
All right, so you guys take a long rest, recover all of your hit points and hit dice if you lost any, and spell slots and abilities. And what time would you like to wake up in the morning? It's midnight, so the earliest you can wake up is 8 a.m.
I'd say 8 a.m. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
The sun rises.
Oh, dude, if
And-
we had casted Fairy Fire so that we would be able to see the pixies, then we could have blasted the hell out of them and got some XP.
Oh yeah. Oh, actually, yeah. Each of you gain
Oh my God.
each of you gains 50 experience from the encounter.
Thought we had to kill things.
You didn't kill them, so you didn't get as much as if you like actually killed them, but also they weren't actively trying to kill you. So yeah, that's about equivalent.
50 each.
50 each. Yeah. By the way, Jessina, the pixie stabilized you. That's why you weren't death saving.
Oh, okay.
It didn't mean to hurt you. It was just trying to scare you. The owl bear was a phantasm also, if that wasn't clear.
Like Phantasmal Force.
It's a spell, yeah. Yeah, Phantasmal Force.
Okay, that's actually
It's-
what
it's spelled like that.
that's what Nick thought it was. Not Jessina.
Yeah.
Jessina figured out that there was probably an illusion, but in real life, I'm like, yeah, I'm pretty sure there's a spell called Phantasmal Force where
Yep.
you can be dealt damage from it. So,
Yep.
so yeah, she did actually take real damage, but it was like a psychic thing. So I don't know. I
It
still
was
don't
psychic
regret
damage. It was psychic damage, but you perceive it as the damage type, which would have been slashing.
Oh, that's cool.
Also, that's why Joban was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" Because he couldn't see it.
That's when I figured it out. Because at first I
Yeah.
thought there was just a crazy owlbear, and I'm like, wait, owlbears can't cast spells. And then
Yep.
when I ordered him, and you're like, oh, he looks confused. Then that's when Jessina and Nick both figured it out.
Yep.
Jessina is 5 experience from level. She goes and starts finding small animals to kick.
Well, remember, you guys haven't completed this quest yet.
Huh?
You wake up. It's 8 in the morning, and
Did
the
you
sun
guys-
has been risen.
Did you
for
guys
about
heal
an
all
hour.
your stuff? I've healed all
And-
my hit points, all my spell slots, all my HPs.
And marked down experience 50 each.
And mark down experience and reset
Yep.
my
I-
daily features.
Yeah, me too.
All right.
Oh my gosh, I have 25 XP until I level up.
Getting
Oh
close.
boy.
All right. So you begin traveling back to town, I assume.
Yep.
It's 5 hours away. So is anyone doing anything specific? Your mage armor is worn off at this point.
Yep,
But is anyone doing anything extra?
I marked off mage armor, as well. And so, but I've got all my spell slots, so I'll cast it if I need it.
Okay.
Nope. Joban and Pantok and Jessina walk with the party and just head back to town.
All right. All right. You have no encounters on the way back to town, and you arrive back
Nice.
at the village of Hamlet as you see it. You walk an hour through the field to the west, back to the path, and then you follow the path back to Hamlet, and you are now in Hamlet, and it is now 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It is now 1 o'clock in the afternoon. The meeting is tomorrow at noon, so you made it back with plenty of time to spare.
Great. So we're gonna head back to Oh yeah, we'll move our guys.
You came from the north. Are you leaving Joban undisguised?
Oh, that's right. I need to disguise him.
Put a cloth over him, and it'll be a little Halloween ghost.
I need a better
fucking 80s.
costume than that. What did I do? Didn't I put like a bucket on his head and
I don't remember.
can't
I don't even
remember.
know if it was things that you had.
Yeah, I'm gonna look for
Dressed him up as a little kid doing something, but I don't
Yeah.
remember what.
Okay.
Don't worry too much about the disguise right now. You have some stuff and you throw it over him. I don't want to spend 30 minutes role playing your elemental's disguise.
fine. I was gonna leave him outside of town and head to a disguise shop in the city, but we can do that another time.
He's been wandering with you this whole time anyway, so you
Oh.
do what you did before, whatever that was.
And where are we going? Is it the tower?
Jaru was the
Oh,
one
no, it was
who
Jaru, that's
requested-
right.
Yeah, and these tokens are the wrong size, but it doesn't matter for right now.
Oh, yeah.
They're just to mark your position.
Giant Jasuna. So we head back to Jaru Ass Staff. Kara, if you would like, I think you were the one that was talking to him last time. So if you'd like to initiate, you're welcome to. Otherwise, Justina offers.
Hmm. Sorry. Bitty was bothering me. Give me a moment.
Bitty.
Bitty needs food.
Bitty the kitty. When I was working, Binks walked in here and she started making biscuits. And I tried to shoo her away, but she was just being too cute. So even though I'm terribly allergic to cats and was sitting on my bed, I let her climb into my lap and rub all over me.
Oh.
So now I have to wash my bed sheets.
Bitty has been fed, and yes, I would like to initiate the conversation.
All right, do
Um,
so. There is a closed door of the house in front of you.
I hop happily on over and I knock, like. Actually, I can do it on my wall.
You-
There.
You hear a staff knocking on the wood planks, finishing your pattern as the door opens and Jaru is standing there, and he looks at you excitedly and says, "Oh, I forgot this because we skipped past it. After you guys left the forest and slept, when you woke up, you felt you had very vivid, happy dreams and meditations, which faded quickly when you woke up. But you feel very refreshed and clear-headed. You guys keep track of this because I'm not. Until your next long rest, you get +1 to all intelligence and wisdom checks
Oh shit.
Woo!
from being so clear-headed, sleeping in the vicinity of the forest. And
All day?
Jaru opens the door in front of you, and he looks excited to see you, and he says, "Oh, welcome back, Kara!" And he looks out the door and sees the rest of your party, and he says, "And all the rest." And he says, "I'm glad to see you made it back in one piece and the same general form." And he motions to you. He's like, the same general, assortment of limbs. He says,
Yeah.
"So, how did your quest go? Did you get what I needed?"
The harvest was bountiful, and we have found a beautiful surplus of hooded maidens. And I grab from my bag my own collection of the hooded maidens that I picked. We have more than this. This is just what I have so far.
How much did you have?
10?
5? 10?
Yeah.
Kara had 10. Justina and
I have 10.
Hadi had
Did you say +1 to int and
And-
wisdom saving throws?
checks, all checks, except for attacks.
Oh, okay.
Okay, those numbers don't add up because you should have. Oh wait, I'm sorry.
Huh?
Wait,
Nick should have 14.
Yep.
yeah, whatever. It should be a total of 29. So everyone, tell me how many you have. I want to make sure we have the math right.
Toddy 10.
Justina 14.
So Kara should have 5 then.
Okay, then 5.
Okay, you hold out your hands and show him the 5 ounces of flowers, however you have them held, and he frowns at you. And then when you say
There's
you have more,
more.
he goes, "Oh, good. You said it was bountiful, but it doesn't look like you have very much there. So hopefully you got my full supply that I need."
Yes, we have a surplus. I promise you. I just
Justina offers
couldn't
her
carry that much.
14. Here
You
are the
walk up
ones
to him.
I've collected. Oh shit!
Justina walks up the path behind Kara.
She
and
shouts
does that.
from 30 feet back. I have some too.
He
Hey.
looks at you all and says, "Ah, great, great. Okay, it looks like the harvest was bountiful. Please come in and we can discuss payment and reward."
Yippee!
And he enters the house.
By the way, shouldn't our tokens be a lot smaller than
No.
Yeah, but
Oh.
I don't feel like going to grab different tokens and moving them. So
But it okay.
Look, you just do this. You just go. Dee, 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 dee.
they don't get when you shrink them. It doesn't get as small as they're supposed to be for scale. So I have to have other manually scaled versions, which I copy in. And we're probably not going to be using this map super
Oh
long
my
tonight, so I'm not
God,
messing with that right now.
Kara's
But yes, you're right.
giant.
Yeah, but you just.
Kara's so big. Look, Kara's huge.
Yeah, basically
Oh,
shrink them as far. Basically shrink them as far as you can. That's pretty close. So yes, he welcomes you in and he asks you to. He says, "Okay, well, I asked you to give me at least 12 ounces, and of course, I will certainly pay you market price for any extras. 12 is just all that I needed." Wait, hold on. Da, 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 da. He says, "I will give you in addition to the 50 gold piece value item that I will list in a minute, for each additional ounce of flowers, I'll give you 16 gold pieces, which is market price, or 4 gold pieces each if you're splitting it evenly." So how many flowers of the total would you like to sell to me? If you would like to keep any additionally, if any of you are an alchemist, you may certainly keep them. They have magical properties if you're interested in doing any sort of alchemy or brewing.
I would like to keep one for myself.
So you guys discuss and tell me a total of how many flowers you're giving him.
Does anybody else want to keep some? I'm just keeping one just for emotional sake. You know, because it's lovely. It's a pretty fucking flower. But
Okay, so you're giving
also-
4, and Toddy, Howard, I would maybe give up like 10 or so. I want to keep some because I'd like to. I want to see what
So
alchemical properties they have.
that's already
I wanted to keep some for potential brewing purposes in the future, but I feel guilty holding and saving some back.
Well, we only need to give 4 each to get the 12, and everything else is just extra. So, I'm gonna go ahead and sell 10 of my 14.
hooray.
I guess I will sell 5 of mine, so I'll have 5 left.
So I heard 5, 10, and 4. Is that correct?
Yep.
All right.
Correct.
With 19 flowers, that will be an additional 7 ounces over his asking amount, and multiplied by 16, you get an additional 112 gold, or you can count that towards your reward, which he is going to list now. So keep that in mind, 112 additional gold. He tells you he's got a number of different rewards that might be useful for you. And he says, of course, if you change your mind later, I would be willing to trade any of these equally 1 for 1. Once you've made your choice, you're not locked in. You can come back and
it's a World of Warcraft quest where you just choose your reward and it's an automatic armor upgrade.
If I still have some of these items available, then I'd be willing to trade them for you if you haven't used them, of course. He says, I've got an assortment of potions, but some of the potions which may be useful for you, I have a potion of water breathing, I have a potion of heroism, and I have several potions of resistance: fire, lightning, and cold. In addition to those potions, which I'm assuming I'm going to have to repeat these at some point because I don't think you guys are writing them down. In addition, I also have a couple of arcane scrolls, which I have no use for. I have a scroll of Absorb Elements, a scroll of False Life, and a scroll of Tensor's Floating Disk. And finally, I have an assortment of gemstones, which I can give you market value. At market value, I carry Malachite, Azurite, and Hematite, which you would get. I mean, they're a value of 10 gold each. Or I also have Star Rose Quartz, Moonstone, and Citrine, which are worth 50 gold each. Each of you gets 50 gold total worth of rewards. The potions and scrolls are each worth 50 gold, and the gems are worth their face value. So discuss amongst yourselves what rewards you would like, keeping in mind you have basically an additional 2 items if you want to use your gold.
Okay, so I got most of it. Can you tell me the prices of the scrolls again?
Every scroll is 50 gold value, and every potion is 50 gold value as far as the reward goes.
Okay, and the gems, the Malachite, Azurite, and Hematite are how much?
10 gold each. So you would get, if you're cashing a 150 gold reward, you get 5 of those gems.
And the Star Rose, Moonstone, and Citrine are how much?
50 gold each. So it's 1 big gem or 5 little gems.
Oh my god, I can't type. Okay, and what were the potions again?
Water breathing, heroism, and resistance fire, lightning, or cold. One of the 3. He says, don't feel obligated to make your choice now. Anytime before you leave town, you can change your mind. And as long as I still have it in stock, I'd be willing to trade for you.
Did you say the potions are all 52?
Yes, every one of these rewards, every player gets 1 reward, and 1 reward has a value of 50 gold. So you can either get a potion, a scroll, 5 small gems, 1 large gem, or 50 pieces of gold.
Okay, so we each get the equivalent of 150 gold reward, and
Yep.
then in total we get 112 for all of us that we can split up however we want.
Correct. And if you want that as just gold, he'll give it to you, but he's also willing to negotiate it for additional items. So like if you wanted to get all the scrolls for Pantok to scribe, you won't have to make everyone use their reward. You could use the extra 112. Also, Toddy can scribe them too.
Is there
But
one?
you need gold to scribe them.
Is there one of each thing, or is it
Yes, there's 1 of each thing, except for the gems.
Okay. Should we pick our reward set? Are we getting the rewards now, and we can trade them if we want to in the near
Correct.
future? Okay. Oh,
Yes,
cool. Okay.
he's willing. He's not going to be picky. If you come back and say, actually, I don't think I want this potion of heroism, I'd like the scroll instead. He's willing to not. He's not going to say no take backsies. But if he's already sold the scroll, then he won't have it, obviously. So you
Okay.
can't like come back in a week and be like, okay, I actually want to trade it out. But
Okay. So let's start by each of us picking our reward. And I would lean towards we just keep the 112 gold and split it up because then that lets us buy some stuff.
Yeah.
So Pantok and Toddy should probably each take a spell scroll. Pantok is definitely taking a spell scroll. Absorb Elements, False Life, or Tensor's Floating Disk are the 3 options. Toddy, are you taking a scroll? And if so, is there a particular one that you're interested in?
Yeah, I'll take a scroll. I don't care which one.
I don't have Absorb Elements. Absorb Elements is just really good. You cast it as a reaction when you're taking elemental damage, and then you add that damage to your next attack. So it's pretty cool. It's defensive and offensive. False Life. I mean, it's not as good as Mage Armor. Tensor's Floating Disk, that's useful. Okay, so I think Pantok is going to take the scroll of Absorb Elements, and he's planning to scribe that into his book later.
all right. He hands you a rolled up scroll out of a pile of a bunch of scrolls.
Okay. 1 scroll of Absorb Elements. Now he's going to look at Josina, and he's going to say, hey, I don't have any more Malachite, and I need that to summon my pets. So if there's not a particular thing that you're interested in, that would be cool. Are there 5 Malachites?
He has a stash of a bunch of gems, but also you don't have to have malachite specifically. It's any gem worth 10 gold.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That makes sense because I mean it's not EverQuest.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna keep it simple. So Jesse's gonna say, "Okay, fine, but you owe me. Next reward, I get to double up." And he says, "Sure, I'll even use my spells to protect you. Hey, I saved your life in that forest." And so Jacine is going to take 5 Malachites, and then just gives them to Pantok.
Okay, and Toddy, if you're taking a scroll, you have the choice between False Life, which gives you I think it's anyone you can cast it on.
Yeah,
Gives temporary hit points,
Is it?
or Tensor's Floating Disc, which summons a floating disc that you can put stuff on, and it will carry it for you. Can be useful for
Okay.
gathering treasure.
I'll take Tensor's floating disc.
Okay.
False Life, by the way, is self only, but it's a minimum of 5. It's between 5 and 9 temporary hit points, and it lasts for an hour. An
Oh, yeah, it is
hour,
self-only.
so it's not like you don't just have it all day like Mage Hand. You'd have to use it like right before a battle. So
And it's not concentration. It can be really good at low levels. That's 5 to 9 HP.
it's concentration. Oh man, what a
It's
bummer.
not concentration.
Oh, it's not concentration.
No, so yeah, you boost your HP. Like if you're getting into a battle, you could be like Mage Armor False Life, and you're basically doubling your hit points. At higher levels, it's not that great though. But if you change your mind, as long as you still have the scrolls, you can trade them in. All right, and he looks down at Kara and bends down, putting his hands on his knees, and he says, "And for you, little one."
Make sure you add that to your inventory, Zach.
Yes.
Already did.
Awesome.
I would like the potion of water breathing because that is very fun.
Water breathing. All right. He looks into a pile of potions and pulls one out, and he says, "Oh, wait, that one. Nope, not that one. Here you go. Water breathing." And he hands it to you.
Woohoo! I like look at it and swish the bottle around and then put it in my bag.
And he says he looks at the rewards in each of you, and he says, "Oh yes, and the extra gold." He says, "Now, I wasn't going to suggest this because you only had 50 gold each, and I didn't want to make you squabble. But since your total reward comes to over 100 gold, I also have a pearl. If any of you are interested in that, I know it can be used in."
Oh, wait, how much is a pearl?
100
I
gold.
actually thought 100 gold. I actually thought about asking if you had a pearl available. Then I remembered it was 100 gold, and we only got like 50 each. And I was like, oh, okay, I'll let it go.
But you only need
Guys.
the pearl once. It doesn't consume it.
Correct. Guys, how would you feel about adding a pearl to my inventory? I'm not very good with the whole tact or debate or bargaining.
Pantok says, "You took Identify seriously. Like, you think we're just going to be finding that many magical items?"
I didn't take Identify with the plan of this party. I took Identify a long time ago because I really was, learning money and stuff.
Justina looks at Pantok and says, "And you didn't take Identify? And so how are you planning on identifying the magical items?" And Pantok says, "You just attune to them." And Justina says, "Without knowing what it is, you're just going to be attuning to stuff." And Pantok says, "Well, yeah, it doesn't reveal curses anyway, so I don't know. I think it's kind of a bullcrap spell." You know what? I'm not going to argue, though.
He says,
I already got
you can always exchange it for gold at the money changer if you decide you don't need it anymore.
Pantok says, "I got enough from this reward. I'm not going to get greedy." And Justina says, "Yeah, you better not." So they're fine with it.
And besides, I do have, inflate value, so we can always sell it for 200 gold later on if we don't like it.
And then get another pearl. Kara, what do you think?
Oh, God.
So shiny. It's so shiny.
It's pearlescent.
It's a shiny pearl.
Justina says, "Can I at least have the 12 gold?"
Yes, Justina's got nothing.
which she's fine with because she's like the pack mom or whatever that's always trying to take care of everyone. Are you guys cool with that? So we give Pearl to Toddy, and then Justina gets 12 gold.
Yes.
Jaru says, "That sounds like a fair deal. A druid of your stature is very honorable to be giving up such a large portion of her reward for the benefit of her party. I think 12 gold is a good something."
Justina says, "Yeah, well, that's just what I do." And Pantok says, "Thanks, Mom." And she says, I thought I was your
Pearl?
sister."
So Toddy, make sure you write down the pearl and write down the value of 100 gold. I wonder if pearls are always worth 100 gold. And
I have no idea.
all right, well, write down pearl 100 gold just in case. We know it's going to be 100 because it's a identifying. He says, "Oh, you also might need this," and he digs through a pile of papers and pulls out an old quill and snaps off the ink tip and hands it to you and says, "Here, it comes from an old owl friend. You'll probably need that to go with the pearl if you plan on casting magic with it." So write down owl feather too. That's part of the component to identify.
I did not realize that.
Yeah, that would suck if you go to you're like, "I got the pearl." Oh, you also need an owl feather.
I feel like that would be appropriate because I'm not a very good wizard.
Although I think, just for future reference, I'm pretty sure a focus can replace the feather. You just have to have the focus and the pearl. But anyway, so he says, "All right, well, I believe you've all gotten your reward, and you feel a satisfaction brewing in your soul." This is not him saying that. And you all feel like you have gained some experience from that quest, and you
Oh,
you each gain exactly enough experience to put you 1 experience away from leveling up. Just kidding. 50 experience each for completing the quest.
No, I don't know. I like that idea because
I leveled up.
some of us are closer to
Mhm.
XP than others, and that
Mhm.
kind of fucks them over.
literally
And I
mirrors
am
people.
really farther away.
Well, if you've been keeping track, I believe you have enough to level up even.
Yeah, I should now. I should be 5 past level.
Yep. So I believe everyone has enough experience to level up next time you have a chance to do downtime.
Ah!
And he says, "Well, now that you all have gotten your reward, please rest up from your adventure. I'm sure you must be tired after your traveling." He says, "When you're ready to go to the meeting tomorrow," he says, "it's around 12 o'clock, so come and meet either me or Burn. Burn did request that you go with him, but if you'd like to go with me, just let me know about 30 minutes before it starts, and come see one of us. But otherwise, you're free to explore the town for today. Was there anything else you need from me?"
Justina asks if he can expedite druid training.
He says, "Oh, certainly. I mean, we don't have time for training right now. The meeting is in the morning, but we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that later, though."
Nah, okay.
He says, "Not to worry. We have secured your presence at the meeting, so it's guaranteed, and you will be there as long as you show up." He says, "And between us, just make sure you keep your manners to yourself and don't speak out of turn at the meeting. All of the high elders of the city are going to be there, so try to keep your wits about you."
And don't fall asleep through it like McGee.
Oh my god.
And he says, "Anything else?" He
says,
says, "All right, then."
No, I think that's it.
"All right, well, thank you so much for completing my quest. And if you need anything else, please come and see me, and I will do my best to help you."
Thank you so much for playing my game.
"Thank you." And he says, "Well, take care, and remember, meet me or Burn at 20 minutes to 12 tomorrow."
I'm making a note.
You shouldn't have to make a note.
Anyway.
All right. Do you guys leave? He waits as he waits for you to leave his house.
Is there a difference? Do we have a choice between him or Burn, like who we meet? Was that a thing?
They're both going to the meeting, and he said you're welcome to go with whichever one you prefer. But you'll all end up at the same place.
Okay, so they're gonna walk back to the hotel, and as they're walking, Pantok is gonna say, "You, Justina, you can go with the druid if you want. I want to go with Burn." And Justina says, "Okay, that sounds like fun. We'll split the party."
All right. And is there anything you guys want to do in town today before the meeting? I don't really have anything specific that unless you guys have anything you want to do, so we can make that quick and skip to the meeting if we get to it
Pantok
tonight.
would like to find a cloth merchant that would help him with a costume for his guy.
The spinner is here, and you visit him, and he tells you he's not a tailor, but the tailor is the house across the street, and he sends you over there. And the tailor says, "Oh, sure, I can make you some clothes. I just need to take measurements. Give me 1 second." Okay, Luke is hanging out with his friends or something. I don't know where the communication is coming from, but he's might come. I don't know. After we're done playing, we'll figure it out because I have no idea what's going on. She just popped in and let me know, and I'm like, I have no idea what's going on.
I can bring him home. I would just have just after the game. But if we're wrapping up, I mean, so yeah, doesn't matter.
I asked her earlier. I was like, is it gonna? I don't know. Is it 11? Is it midnight? Does he know? So I'll find out after the game, and then either one of us will bring him, or I'll let you know.
Okay.
So yeah, he sends you to the tailor, and the tailor says he can certainly craft you something. It'll be just a couple of gold pieces, depending on the material you want and things like that. Can he see the subject and take measurements?
Yeah. Pantok's going to bring in his elemental, and he's going to say, "Yeah, I don't want really. He's totally tame. Don't worry about it. But I don't want really to freak people out. So I'm looking for like maybe some kind of a cape situation, and then if you have maybe like some foam, like maybe you have like a foam head that you try hats on or something, and then also kind of like a hooded cloak situation. Just to kind of wrap him up and make him not look scary."
He looks a little bit surprised as you bring in the elemental, but he accepts your answer, and he strokes his chin and he says, yes, I think I can figure something out. Let me just take some quick measurements. And he pulls out a measuring tape, and measures his dimensions, and then says, yes, this should be fine. He says, come back tomorrow evening before closing, and I'll see what I can do for you.
Okay.
Wait,
So we go back. What?
Isn't that when the meeting is?
No, the meeting's at noon. He said tomorrow evening.
Oh, okay.
He says it might take me longer than that, but I'll have an estimate for you by then.
Oh, tomorrow evening?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right. Thank you very much. Well, I put in that order, and then that's all we need to do, so we head back to the inn.
Okay. Anyone else, or are you just gonna... I mean, you can hang around town. You don't have to sit in your inn room all night, but you don't have to describe anything either, unless you want to. But the meeting's coming up soon.
Oh wait, is the meeting today or tomorrow?
Tomorrow at noon, and it's
okay.
about 2:00 right now.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay, yeah. Nothing else particular that Pantok or Justina want to do for the day. Just set up a room for the next night.
Okay, and there may be stuff you guys want to do in town later. Like you still might want to investigate the bandit guy that disappeared or something. But at the moment, that's your next thing, and there's not really anything on an agenda. So rather than spending the rest of the session fumbling around town, we can just skip to the next plot point. Oh, actually, the meeting was moved up because someone had a thing tomorrow, so they're actually doing it today at 4. Basically that, but with less hand wave. So, the innkeeper, when you guys go to pay him for your room, and he says, "Oh, actually, your fees have been paid for the next week." Someone came in and described you and says that he's renting the 2 rooms upstairs for you, so you don't have to pay for the week. Mysterious benefactor.
Well, now I'm confused.
Yeah, it was sponsored.
Oh, interesting. Well, we either made someone really happy or really angry.
So do you go to your new rooms that he offers you.
Yes.
You're allowed to be suspicious if you want to, but this bartender's been trustworthy so far.
Never gift horse a look in the mouth.
Never gift a look horse in the mouth. Never mouth a look horse in the gift. All right, so you go to your room, and it's great. It's nice. It's one of the nicer rooms. You rest. Night comes. You sleep. You wake up. It's the next morning, and it's 11 o'clock, 40 minutes before you're supposed to meet someone. What are you deciding to do?
Okay, Pantok is going to go and meet up with Burn and go to the meeting with him. And Jacina is going to... and he's going to go ahead and leave his Earth Elemental at home. I really don't think that I need him. Oh, I don't know. What do you guys think? Would it be fun to have my Earth Elemental there? I don't want to
Yes.
piss off the wizard. I don't know. What do you think, Todd? You're a wizard.
Yes, but I'm not a very good one. Just bring him along with. Show
Well,
your power.
Fine.
You want to You want to put everybody off balance and let them know you
That's
have a minion.
true. I do like showing off power, especially when it makes me look better than I am. Okay. So, so that's how they're going to split up. So they're both going to go to the meeting, but they're going to go with different parties.
Okay, Justina with Jaru, Pantok with Burn. What's everyone else doing?
Was the one we were told we were supposed to go with again? I can't remember which one's which.
Burn is the wizard that you guys first met with, and he was the one who originally suggested you go to this meeting. But
That's what I
Jaru is also on the council. So when you started doing quests for him, he said, "If you want to go with me, you can." Or with Burn. He was the one who offered first.
Yeah, I'll go with Burn.
Okay. And he's also the wizard, so. All right, and Kara, who did you want to go with?
I want to go with the Drew.
Okay, so Kara and Justina go meet Jaru, and Justina and Pantok meet with Burn. Justina and Pantok, you knock on the door.
Wait. No,
and-
just Pantok's going to Burn and Justina's going to Jaru.
Yeah, I have them right on the map. I just probably said it wrong. The two wizards are with Burn.
Oh, cool. Okay, Toddy is going with Pantok. Okay, got it.
Yeah. You guys knock on the door to the tower. You're greeted by the guard. He knows you by this point, so he calls Burn. And Burn says, "Oh, you're a little early. Come in and relax for a little bit before we head over to the meeting." And he invites you in.
Pantok walks in and says, "Thank you. Our colleagues will be attending the meeting as well, but they decided they had more of an affiliation with Jaru Ashstaff, who we were helping with some errands as well. He seems like a nice fellow. He gets along with you, right?"
He says, "Oh yes, I heard you were. Me and him have been talking about your arrival in this town, and it's such a great coincidence that you're here during this time of trouble we're going through." He says, "It seems like you've done a lot of great work in your short time here, so we're very grateful for that, and we'll make sure to express that to the rest of the council members." He says, Jaru's a great guy. He can be a little bit stuck in the old ways, but he's a cool guy for what he is." He says, "In fact, why don't we go over to his house before we leave, and we'll all go together."
Okay, awesome. Yeah, let's get it going. Oh, by the way, this is Joban, my Earth Elemental. I summoned him from the elemental planes.
He says in Terran, and Joban replies to him, and he says, I've never seen that spell before. I like the shackles."
Oh yeah, it's a custom spell. I worked on it myself. I love elemental shit.
He says, very nice. He says, we should talk later. I have some custom spells of my own you might want to take a look at.
Ooh, yeah, definitely. But right now we're got this meeting to go to.
He says, yes, of course. So anyway, he gives you your drink of choice. Unfortunately, he doesn't have any alcohol at the moment, and he says that you should keep your wits about you for the meeting anyway. And then 10 minutes before the meeting, he brings your party to bring you to Jaru's house. And Jaru welcomes Justina and Kara in and says, "Oh, welcome. I guess you decided to go to the meeting with me?"
Yes.
He says, "Great, great. I didn't want to steal you away from Burn, but we'll all end up there together anyway, so that's fine." He says, "Well, I assume your other party members decided to go with him, so they can explain what's happening." And he says, um, he offers you like plant snacks. He's got like some berries and some bark jerky
I
and
love
some tea
fart
that smells
tea.
like farts.
I want fart tea.
Luke
Delicious.
just got home and I asked him. So tell Nick that
That Luke's going now.
Luke's on his way.
Okay, Luke's on his way.
Okay, are you sure? Because I can go if we're about to wrap up. I don't care.
No, he's coming.
Okay, Noah. Okay, let him know.
Okay.
Ooh, Brussels sprout tea. Yum yum yum.
Yeah, he gives you both the fart tea that actually tastes really good and any snacks that you want. He's got an assortment of various preserved snacks and things. And then about 5 minutes till the meeting, he goes, "Oh, time got away from me. Let's go ahead and go." And Burn and your other party members get to the gate, and Burn says he looks at his non-existent watch. He looks at the sun, and he says, seems like Jeru might be a little late, but he likes to take his time. We'll give him a few minutes." And just a few minutes later, you walk up and meet him, and Burn goes, "Ah, there you are. Right on time as usual, eh, old pal?" And Jeru says, "Hey, the meeting is at noon. It is." He looks up at the sky and says, "It is 11:57, sir. I am exactly on time." They go back and forth and laugh, and then Burn goes and unlocks the big metal gate into this mansion-like residence. And Burn and Jeru lead the way and beckon you forward.
And we walk into the meeting.
All right, you follow into the gated, fenced-in building, and you're ambushed now. You enter. They open the door, and you walk in, and it looks like the entry hallway of like a nice house. And the entry hallway opens up into a big open auditorium-like room, kind of like a family room type of thing, but a little bit bigger than a usual house. There's doors and hallways and things that lead away to the rest of the residence, but this room has a little raised platform with a chair on it and like a table podium thing. And seated there is a man with a silver beard and dressed in a nice scholar's robe. And he sees Jeru and Burn walk in and waves at them. They exchange waves. And Jeru says, "There should be plenty of chairs. Pull one up and find a seat anywhere." And they go and sit down.
Pantog looks for a seat near Burn, and Justina looks for a seat near Jaru.
There are seats near both of them.
That's where they sit.
They are sat. Kara and Toddy?
Kara sits one chair away from Justina, specifically.
Okay.
I sit next to Kara.
Okay. Pantog's all alone over by Burn.
Uh-huh.
And Joban kind of stands at the entryway and looks around.
Oh, Pantog gestures for Joban to come and sit next to him. And he's like slightly embarrassed, like when your kid is like wandering around. It's like, get over here.
Joban walks over and climbs up into the chair and then sits cross-legged in the chair. And the silver-bearded man at the table looks around and sees all the people, and he speaks and he says, there's the rest of the people are like chattering amongst themselves. There's how many people are there? 1 second. Open the book and find a page. And I'm not going to describe all of them. Unless you recognize them. This book is laid out better than any Wizards of the Coast book, but it still sucks. So along with Jeru and Burn, Rufus is also here, but he must have come sooner because that's the guy with Burn. He must have come sooner because he wasn't with you guys.
Wait, are we,
You
is there
also-
a map we're supposed to be looking at? Because you just said with burn.
No, there's not a map.
Okay. Just making
You're just
sure.
inside a house.
Okay, I'm imagining what you said, but I don't know. The way you said it, it made me think that there was... Because I've done that before. Like, I'm doing Theater of the Mind, and then I realized... Then you're like, okay, place your token, and I'm like, oh, shit!
Yeah, there's no map or token. It's just a meeting. So Jeru is there, and so is Burn. Rufus was already there. You also see Hroth. He's kind of sitting in a corner by himself with a hood over his head. You also see the innkeeper, and there's a man dressed in cleric's clothes, and another man you don't recognize, dressed in just regular like citizen's clothes, and you don't recognize the man in the seat in front of you, but your allies can see that you don't really recognize him, and they tell you that he's the village elder, and his name is Kenter Nevitz.
Joban McCrary was an elder.
Nice.
And the elder begins to speak, and he says, he puts on a pair of bronze glasses, reading glasses, and unfurls a scroll that he grabs from below the podium. And the next 30 minutes are filled with a bunch of boring shit like previous meeting minutes, the economics of the city, and infrastructure projects. And then he starts calling on various people based on the previous meeting's minutes. You find out that the person you don't recognize, not the cleric one, his name is Mitch, and he is the town miller. And he talks about, hold on one second. Again, boring meeting shit, basically. This is like a regular meeting they have. So he's talking about like, it seems he's the guy who like leads the agriculture. So he's talking about grain growth and things like that. And Rufus stands up and talks about recruitment of militia people and things like that. Jeru talks about the need for increased logging in the gnarly woods due to newcomers to the area, and they need more wood to build stuff, and everyone votes in favor of the measure, and the measure passes to increase how much logging in the woods. And the mayor addresses Burn about the blighted farm field that you guys dealt with. And Burn basically describes what happened. He said how he described to you the problem and how you fearlessly volunteered your service and completed the job in no time flat. And the mayor looks at your party around the room, looking slightly impressed at the description, and he nods in approval. And then he finishing up with all of the previous business and updates. He calls for any new business, anything that people have that's come up that needs to be addressed. And Burn once again stands up. He had just sat down. He stands up and speaks. And he says, as you all know, our recent inquiry into the rise of criminal activity has come to a standstill. any further investigation will eventually require some sort of exploratory mission by someone, and at no little risk to those people who are doing the exploring. He says, I know we've been hesitant about sending word for help for fear of scaring the criminals back into hiding, but I think we may have found a group of adventurers who are up to the task. And he motions to your party around the room, and everyone looks at you. And he says, these fine folk have only been in town for a few days, and in that time they have proven themselves willing to go to great lengths to help the town out in whatever way they can. He says, I would like to make a formal request that we provide them the information they need to conduct an independent investigation into these matters when they have a time. And the mayor strokes his beard and thinks for a few moments, and then he speaks, and he says, very well, then we shall put it to a vote. Before we vote, does anyone here have any questions or comments on the request? And he looks at the elders, not talking to you. Rufus stands up and he says, from my experience, they've proven themselves to be hardy fighters and keen strategists. They've already bested a gang of bandits on the road and a field of beasts all on their own. I think they have the strength and willpower to complete the task at hand. I vote aye. And Jeru stands and speaks quietly, and he says, they've shown they're not afraid of the wilderness, and even in dire straits they are able to keep their wits about them. I trust them with keeping the knowledge to themselves and using it to the benefit of the village. My vote is aye. And then the cleric stands up, and he looks around. Again, you don't know this guy. You saw someone when you went to the church, but it wasn't him. And he looks around at everyone kind of shifty-eyed, and he says, well, I have not had the pleasure to speak at length with these newcomers, so I suppose I must be the one to ask. Surely they have proven their strength and wits, but what of their allegiance? How are we to know they aren't agents of the temple come to usurp us and find what we know before turning that information against us? This may be difficult to hear, but it's certainly what we're all thinking. And then the old man...
We're not, and don't call me Shirley.
Before you have a chance to defend yourself, even if you get up and you begin to defend yourself, Hroth stands up, leaning on a cane, and when he stands up and steps forward, everyone else looks at him, especially the cleric who was just speaking, and sits down in respect. And he says, now, settle down there, Sonny. I understand tensions can get high when the fate of the village is at stake, but there's no need to go accusing our new friends of treachery so blatantly and openly like this. And the cleric turns red and slinks into his chair, trying to make himself look as small as possible. And then Hroth says, I have word from a valuable source that these people are true to their word and will honor their debts with their head held high. There's no doubt in my mind their intentions are honorable, and they will do their best to keep their promises. And then he sits down and with a groan and says, but then that's just the opinion of an old man. As usual, I abstain from the vote. And the cleric looks around at everyone staring at him, and he goes, I vote aye. And then the mayor looks and says, very well then, Burn, with the permission of as long as you have the permission of these adventurers, you have our blessing to brief them on the situation as you see fit and make whatever requests they're willing to undertake. But please be sure they understand the risks before they accept and get themselves into trouble. And Burn nods and says, thank you. And there's a couple other small things, and the meeting is adjourned. And the mayor says, okay, and next month, whatever, meet here, same time, we'll discuss the date. Meeting adjourned. And everyone starts to leave, and Burn looks at you and says, when you're ready, come back to my tower, and we'll discuss the details.
And then the Miller, Brother Miller, gives a 10-minute prayer that runs over.
Oh, God.
Really far over.
And everyone shuffles out, and they kind of lead you out of the house. Like, you're not welcome here anymore, but knew there was anyone else, and you kind of get the idea that it's time to go. Explanation over.
Oh, sorry, I was on mute. Yeah, we get up and leave without trouble, even though I don't like being escorted out of places.
You're not escorted out. They're just all leaving, and Burn and Jeru are kind of like waiting at the door for you, like making sure you get out okay.
Yeah, I guess you don't got anything else to say to him. So yeah, I guess the whole time we were in town, we kind of missed talking to the village elder. Probably should have made some time for that. But at least we made enough people happy that we got. You guys realize that's what happened, right? All throughout all of our interactions in the city, we're getting on people's various sides, and then now this was the big vote. And if we didn't get enough people on our side, then we'd be screwed. And we made it, but we totally missed like ever talking to the village elder.
Nope, didn't realize that.
Yeah, that's what that cutscene was that just played out. You know, it's like when you're playing an RPG and you play it for like a few levels and you're doing all this stuff and doing these quests, and then you go back and it's like, oh, now everyone's going to say their opinion of you, and then it's like, oh, I hope I found enough people to make happy.
No, it's like, oh, I hope I have a save file that's far enough back, but not too far back.
Oh no, I forgot this. Now I don't get it's like in Final Fantasy where you don't get the best reward. Yeah, as you walk out, the crowd throws a reward to you, and it's like a phoenix down, and you're like, ah, shit. Reset.
Fucking Star Ocean 2. God, I replayed so much of that game so many times.
I never played that
was
game.
like, it had over 80 endings, and at the time, that was like a huge, huge deal.
I was thinking Final Fantasy IX when you're doing the performance for the queen. And if you don't get 100% perfect, you get like a slightly worse reward versus the best weapon in the game or something.
And I was thinking about Chrono Trigger, where you are accused of trying to kidnap the princess, but you had a chance to help people around the carnival. And if you make enough people happy, then they come to your defense. And you still you have to get arrested because that's part of the story. But you get like some item, and it's like, oh, here, since you got so many people on your side, here's some bonus items or something.
It's been so long since I played Chrono Trigger. Honestly, I can't remember very much from it. I don't remember that.
Oh, it's such a good game. My favorite RPG.
Yeah, it is.
I've played it from start to finish so many times, but I've only gotten a few endings. Well, I mean, you get to the end of the game, and then you just go and reset and do almost every ending. There's a couple that you have to do like these weird playthroughs, but like once you beat it once, you can get all the rest of the endings with the internet pretty easy. Anyway, yay, we succeeded. So
the next thing is that Burn said when you're ready. Basically, that was just, you didn't gain any extra information. That was just, you got the approval. He couldn't tell you anything because he had to check with them first. And you can see that the meeting is not anything like, you guys were like, oh, I want to be at the meeting or whatever. And it's not really that interesting, but now he's got permission to tell you more details.
Was it ever that interesting? Anyone that you ever went to?
Exactly. So the recap is when you're ready at any time, but do it now so we can do it. Burn is ready for you, and you can come to his tower, and he'll he even says, if you're ready now, you can accompany me to the tower and I'll tell you all about it. And he's going to give you a mini lore dump about what your next quest is. Okay,
so we all gather up and we follow Burn to his tower and we thank him for his representation during the meeting.
He says, "Oh, no problem. You've done a great deal for me in the town, so it's the least I could do." And once you enter the tower, he sits you all down, and he says, "I know you may have heard rumors and things like that about the temple in the area and things." He says, "Some of the rumors are true. Not all of them are though, so let me give you the full story and give you the most details that I can." And he says, "First of all, let me just say I'm so impressed with all of the things you've accomplished here. I do think, though, even though you're definitely like strong and everything, what the task I'm about to give you is not an easy one. So if there's any additional training you need, we'd be more than happy to provide that for you so that you can be prepared for what lies ahead. He says, Jeru has actually talked to me yesterday evening, and he said that if Justina was looking for any training after the meeting, of course, assuming everything went well, he said he'd be willing to train Justina for free before beginning this mission. And of course, I would be happy to share my arcane knowledge with you, fledgling wizards. And he looks down at Kara and says,
Womp womp.
he says, unfortunately, no one on the council
Aw.
has your skills, but there is one in town who not everyone is familiar with. He goes by the name Black Jay, and he used to be a warrior.
Whoa! Why not just Jay? Why do you gotta?
It's
Oh,
Black Jay.
do
It's
it
not
like
like-
that.
It's not Black Space Jay. It's Black Jay, like a bird.
Oh.
It's very specifically. It's like a bird. Black
They-
Jay.
they
Even
did-
though that's
Huh?
They did that on Sunday. There's an old black man that they knew, and they call him Old Black Man. And Dennis goes, "Can we just call him Old Man?" And and then throughout the episode, every time someone's like he does that later, he's like, "Old Black Man." Ah, now you got me doing it, Old Man. Blah 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 blah.
he is black though. He tells you,
Well, I mean,
but that's unrelated.
Well,
Black
did
Jay
you-
is a nickname.
did you say he was like a thief or something?
Well, let's not get into that. So just kidding. He's not black.
Wait. Wait.
I have
The
to go
first-
now, guys.
the first character of color in the entire campaign, and it's a thief. Okay.
You don't know who.
And then we find out, big twist, he's a mermaid.
Yeah. You guys haven't asked the race of any of these humans you've met. You don't know.
Because
What?
it never mattered to me. I
If you
didn't see
don't-
color.
If
Exactly.
you don't specify, I just assume that they're white.
His name is Black Jay, and yes, he
No
happens to be black.
cones.
They weren't exactly known for diversity back in Gary's day, but also the book doesn't specify.
true.
So actually, it's entirely up to the DM. So it's my fault. I'm the uninclusive one. So
Yeah, you're
everyone's black. Everyone you've met has been black.
Great, now I have to go back and recolor my artwork. Thanks.
But you didn't notice because you don't see color because it's irrelevant.
We're so
Except
progressive.
for Kilrent.
Like I said,
Kilrent is
all
white.
rods, no cones.
just like that. Every single character in the last 7 episodes. Poof.
The bad guy who assaulted you, he was white.
Oh.
Whoa. Why
White
do you have to refer to him by his color, huh?
Because he is.
Yeah, so we need
So-
to assume that they're black unless he specifically says that they have light
Yep.
skin.
Yep.
Well, that's how I'm going to see it from now on, if I remember.
Take that, Gary. Vote for Nixon in hell. Hey, he probably is. Don't you think Nixon's probably running for office down there?
Oh yeah.
Got a pretty good
And he's
chance.
probably winning as hell.
Yeah.
It's like, man, for like 5 seconds, I saw Nick down here being poked by these little red dudes, too. But nope, not anymore.
Throwback.
Oh, there is a hell. Whew.
Nixon runs, and Satan's like, you know what? I can't beat that. That's gotta pass that one.
He's like, whoa, dude, really? You think that's a great idea? Barely got away with it last time.
So he tells you he lives in a small cottage on the outskirts of town, across from the church, and he's but an old herdsman, but he used to be a warrior.
He is an old black man.
And he used to be a warrior in the army of good, and he fought in the war against the evil of the temple. But one day, while he was out fighting the good fight, unfortunately, the village was raided, and some of the raiders attacked his house, and his wife and child are no longer with us. So he's given up his life of adventuring, and he just keeps to himself, herding sheep, and doesn't really talk to adventurers or any other people.
Is
But
this Black Jay?
yes, He says, but I happen
And
to
he
know.
lost his wife and kids. He didn't leave them.
Anyway, he said,
Pack of
he
cigarettes.
said, he says, no, I mean, technically he was gone when they were killed. So he says, I happen to know, not everyone knows this because they remember him for his heroism in battle. But I happen to know that before he's not black. I happen to know that before he was served in the army of good, he actually was his skills were more in the field of subterfuge and stealth rather than brute strength. So I believe that he would be a good trainer for you, Kara. He says he could probably teach you a few things even in his old age. He says, just tell him I sent you and that you're here for training to help investigate the temple, and I'm sure he'll be willing to help you with no hesitation. He says, but whatever you do, just please don't ask him to actually join you on the adventure, because that was like the one thing he swore he'd never do after he lost his wife and kid. So don't like insult him like that, especially if you're telling him that I sent you, because I'd feel really bad. Because he'd probably feel bad that he couldn't go help you and he'd like have a mental breakdown or whatever. So yeah, don't do that. But he'd be willing to train you though.
Okay.
He says, of course, no rush on investigating these things that I'm about to tell you that I haven't told you yet. Take your time resting up in town, training up. But once you've done that, you can act on this information. And he says, in the swamps to the east of here, there is a destroyed garrison known as the Ruined Moat House. He says this place was once the outpost and advanced base of the Temple of Elemental Evil back in the day. He says, from this place, servants of the temple were meant to bring Hamlet and the land around it into subjugation. Thankfully, they never had the chance to put this plan into action in its entirety. After the main forces of evil were defeated during the Battle of Emerdy Meadows, a detachment of horse and foot soldiers, along with a small siege train, came to the marshes to lay the fortress low. Common folk from miles around came to help besiege the castle, and the moat house was surrounded, cut off, and battered into extinction. He says this ruined place is now shunned by the people of Hamlet, who hate its former evil and the memory of the terror brought to them by the Dark Lord of the fortress, a vile cleric of damnation, and his evil men and humanoid troops. And then he says, in the years since, the moat house has been forgotten and avoided by travelers. The area around it is a thick, unforgiving marsh with nothing of value. However, recently there have been rumors going around that strange noises and lights have been visible at night around the place. The common folk believe that it's cursed or haunted, but I worry the truth is even worse. He says, I feel that it is too coincidental for these strange reports to be happening alongside the increased bandit attacks in the area. I fear the moat house is once again growing in power, and whether that has any connection to the temple itself is yet to be seen. In any case, we've increased guard patrols in the immediate area of the town, but that can only go so far if their power grows. We've been discussing for some time who should go and investigate this place, but it is of utmost importance we don't cause any worry or panic in the village itself. In addition, we believe there may in fact be agents of evil active in the town itself, and we don't want to scare them away into hiding so that we can seek them out and get rid of them. He says, if you feel you're up to it, the moat house is certainly a dangerous place. Even if the forces of evil do not inhabit it, nature has overtaken it over time as well, and such a condemned place will certainly come with its own hazards. If you choose to go there, I urge you to be as prepared as possible, and don't be afraid to leave and come back to town to recover if you need to. You're welcome to keep any treasure you may find there, but if you come across anything of tactical importance, please let me or someone else know so that we can advise you on how to proceed. And then he says, please take your time to consider it, and I'll have someone draw up a map for you of how to get there. And if you have any other questions or requests, let me know. But take your time in town training and come back when you're ready to begin your training. End scene.
Awesome! Oh, we have a new quest outlined.
Yay!
Okay, it's not only because we just leveled up, but I think that we should do Jake's game again next week. I mean, we did a couple of mine. It's like, okay, cool. Now we're getting our new quests, and we can level up, and then go off and use our new powers.
I'm probably fine with that. I might have to, like, this is as far as I have planned, so I kind of have to read about, like, the dungeon, but I've been reading about it. I mean, the Ruined Moat House, that's not a dungeon. That's not the dungeon. It's just a place. That's not a dungeon. I just need to read the first couple encounters of the not a dungeon to make sure I'm ready. But I've kind of read over it, so I know what's basically there. But yeah, I'll probably be ready by next week. If not, we can play yours instead. But I'll try to be ready.
Okay. Yeah, mine's messy because it's doing the side quest thing.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty much prepared. I don't have the whole thing. It's pretty good. I will see how it goes. Make it up. I might throw way too many encounters and shit at you, but we'll see how it goes. Maybe you guys will make really interesting decisions. That's how it's gonna go. I'm mostly prepared, but you guys could make decisions that make things really easy, or make other decisions that make it really difficult. So if you need me to, I can run next week, but I'm excited to level up my character and then play it. So okay,
Yeah,
fine. It's 50% because you leveled up, and 50% because we have an actual dungeon to go to.
And that's
Moat House,
exactly.
a ruined. We're going to ruins, and ruins are always simple and safe in D&D.
Should be fine. But no, actually, that's exactly why I wanted to get at least this far. I didn't rush through anything, but a lot of it was cutscenes anyway. There's no reason to do boring roleplay. Not that roleplay is boring, but this would have been boring roleplay. So I was like, yeah, let's just cutscene it.
I mean, if we wanted to, after the meeting, we could go take, Burn and whoever, Jaru aside and be like, hey, so do you think, but like, we have nothing to say. So
yeah,
like,
I
okay.
mean, if you guys have any questions or anything, please ask them questions. But during the meeting, this was kind of like a meeting of the elders. You guys were just watching, and you got to be there present. They could have just been like, "Oh yeah, we had a meeting and we decided we."
I'm having bad flashbacks, dude. Don't talk about meetings with the elders.
What's another word I can use? Council
Committee meeting.
Yeah, committee.
Back room. The B school.
The elders take you into the back room and have a committee meeting. And you're allowed to be there, but you can't say anything, and at the end they vote.
Oh God. Anyway,
and
yeah.
Two witnesses.
If you have any questions about for the other guys, think of them. You have a week to think of any questions. But, I mean, we're basically going to do downtime. I was looking at my downtime leveling up rules, and they're fine, but I kind of don't like how the book. It's like 10 days, 20 days, 30 days, 40 days for each different tier. And I'm like, it takes 10 days to go from level 1 to 2 and only 20 days to go from level 5 to 6 or 9 to 10. So I kind of made it a little bit different. It's 6 days, 12 days, 24 days, 36 days. So it's actually more generous. And the way I have the rules set is if you have a mentor, the time is halved and they charge you the fees. So what's happening is we'll do a little thing with Black Jay. You can introduce yourself to him and talk to him as Kara, but not right now. You guys are gonna meet your mentors, and oh yeah, also in that text I was reading, at the very end it says the Dark Lord of the thing or whatever. It says Black, and I renamed it on the fly because we had that discussion. I said Dark. It says Black. But it means black, like, ooh, black evil. But I was like, no, we're not doing that again.
Oh, yeah.
But it does.
Yeah.
And it's Gary. He's not black. He's probably going to be white.
Black Jay.
I mean, he probably is. It was a historical thing. So you asked him, and he says, no. He was definitely white, though. The evil lord of that place during the time.
Oh,
white as could be.
Oh, wait, that's not Black Jay. I was thinking of Black Jay is the rogue trainer, right?
Yeah. No, in the Moat House ruins that he was telling you about, the last sentence or whatever was, the memory of the terror brought to them by the Black Lord of the fortress, a vile cleric of damnation.
Oh, the Black Lord. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
It
problematic.
means black like evil, but I said I replaced that word with dark when I was reading it.
Okay, but technically, if you make all of the good people black and all of the bad people white, that's still problematic because you're still implying that race dictates morality.
That's not problematic. There's no such thing as reverse racism.
Unless you're in a world where I'm stopping here.
Anyway, we'll do a little bit of role play so you can meet Black Jay.
Can I make
You know
a
what? His
custom
name is
spell?
Blue Jay.
I'm gonna make a custom spell detect race, and anyone who's white, I'm gonna automatically not trust. And Pantuck's gonna take disguise self, and he's only gonna use it to change skin color to be more trustworthy.
His name's Blue Jay, and his skin color is blue. He got stained blue in a horrible alchemical accident.
Now you're erasing an entire culture. That's so much worse.
So anyway, we'll do that. But basically, yeah, you guys are gonna spend your downtime.
His name is Yellow Jay, and then
No,
Why is there no white Jay?
that's why I picked blue.
why is there no white Jay?
So at the end of their downtime, which will be coming, that's the next thing is downtime. You guys will level up. Justina gets so much stuff at level 2.
Yes.
Where'd that go?
Yeah, Pantuck gets a magic book that floats around or some bullshit, and Justina becomes a god.
Yeah. So yeah, you actually do.
10 or 15 years from now, one of you guys is going to be about to get a really big gig, and this is going to be your Dan Harmon moment.
Let's just look through those YouTube videos. Oh god, no one's gonna watch the whole video to the end.
What's he gonna do with that baby doll?
They're not going to exactly.
It's just
but
a toy.
they're not going to have to watch this video all the way through the end. They're going to be able to pick one out of every other video at random and watch halfway through at most.
Okay, that by the way, that video was meant to be ironic. Okay, like okay, I'm not trying to explain or justify what Dan Harmon did. I'm just saying that it was a different time and humor standards were different back then.
No, that was still wrong back then. I'm just saying.
It's supposed to be ironic.
It's supposed to be ironic, you guys. That makes it okay.
So yes, so we'll talk about that later. But Justina gets a lot of shit, but don't really have to choose any of it. But I'm pretty sure you learn a new spell. How do druids work?
You have
Memorize
access.
another spell.
Yeah, I can add an additional spell, but I can still change them out and select everything. So I don't get new options, but I do get I can hold a different spell. No, for me it's all about the freaking subclass. I get so much shit. I'm gonna have to make a lot of notes on my character sheet.
You get a bunch of subclass stuff. There's also a feature in Tasha's that on this Wikidot it says optional, but it's just a Tasha feature. You can use a charge of Wild Shape to cast Find Familiar, and it lasts for a number of levels equal to your Druid level. So that's a thing. But it also fuels your Star Shape, so you might not want to do that. But if you get in a situation where you're like, oh, we need a bird to scout ahead, you can go boom, cast Find Familiar for free, no materials. That's kind of a cool thing.
I could also just turn. Oh, that is actually really cool. Or I could just turn into a bird.
But what if you don't want to like go into somewhere dangerous? So
yeah,
just a thought.
That's cool.
And you get an additional spell slot.
Pantuck. Oh, that's right, additional spell slot. That's cool. That's actually really good. Pantuck gets one new spell basically. He gets some, his class feature, which is actually good, but it's more mechanical. It has to do with like when you're scribing spells and stuff. But I mean, one new spell. That's cool. So wait, is it one?
Wizards get 2.
Oh, sweet. 2 new spells.
And you can memorize one additional one.
Yeah. Memorize one additional one, but I get to add 2 to my spell book.
Yeah. And same for Toddy. So we've got a week. We can look at spells. We'll figure stuff out.
I'll tell you what I'm planning on doing, but we should probably kind of coordinate, Toddy. Like we don't both need to take Featherfall. I don't even know if any of us have Featherfall. But for instance, but we've done first level spells a million times, so that should be getting easier on picking the spells.
Yes.
Also, I have absorbed elements as a scroll, so no reason to take that.
Also, Burn has custom spells, so he might introduce you to it. I mean, you can also make your own custom spells, but he might introduce you to some custom spells he's already created if you want to learn those, since you're researching with him. So,
like as part of my level up.
yeah, as part of your level up, you can already create custom spells, but since you're leveling up with him, he told you he's had some custom spells too. So since he's training you, he could also teach you those spells.
Oh, sweet. Okay, well, message me about those. I'd probably want to take one custom spell if whichever one sounds the coolest.
I might have to make some up. I don't necessarily have a whole bunch ready, but I mean that's just an option. It's like an extra cool thing. It's like, oh, instead of what's from the book, he's specifically offering you these new spells that don't exist.
Well, that means that I can't come up with it myself because that defeats the whole purpose. It means that you have to come up with it.
But normally you can come up with them yourself. That's our rule, remember?
Oh yeah, and I will, but I don't want to do that for Burn because it's like, oh, I've got some custom spells. Which ones? I don't know. Whatever you want to come up with.
Yeah, his aren't whatever you want to come up with, but you could be like, oh no, thanks, I'll come up with my own and make up your own. But he'll offer you some. So
I'll think about it. I'll look at my spells and think.
And Kara's the best. Kara gets cunning action and nothing else.
Hey, cunning action is good though. That's really good.
It is.
But I'm still waiting to level up to level 3, man.
Yep, what do you get at 3? Oh, your art. What specialty? Yeah, what subclass are you going?
Phantom.
Ooh.
It has to do with his backstory. It's gonna be really funny. I'm very excited for that. But I'm also excited to get cunning action.
We all get our archetype at level 2, and only Kara has to wait for a whole level.
Yeah.
Oh, it's pretty interesting, though.
Zach, have you thought about Toddy's archetype? Well, I know that you have because we talked about it. Do you remember which one you were leaning towards? I think Divination is pretty good. It just basically just gives you extra dice rolls to help you change the situation of fate or whatever. But is that what you were thinking of? I can't remember if there was another one you were looking at.
I don't remember.
Okay, well, just give that.
Unfortunately, sorry.
That's okay. I think I know we talked about it, and you had originally said that you were looking for like enchantment sort of a thing because that was your theme. But divination is mechanically better than enchantment, so you might want to do that. But I mean, there's other stuff too. You could even change it up and go Blade Singer and be a melee fighter. But we'll talk about that. But yeah, you can. You and Pantok have the same options, but he's already picked his.
Enchantment's actually pretty good. You can let me see real quick.
It is.
And then within 5 feet of you. Oh, that's kind of crap. You can daze a creature until the end of your next turn as an action. Oh, you can use that to get away from something. On subsequent turn, you can use your action to maintain this effect, but it ends if you move more than 5 feet away from a creature. Yeah, that does kind of suck. Never mind.
You had a specific idea when you were making the character, but that doesn't lock you into a specific archetype. And there's a bunch of them, especially in the newer book. So you should check them out.
Yeah, I'm falling asleep. I can't remember.
Yeah, I figured that was what Will was going to say too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yep. No, I just wanted to go over that. Make sure you guys knew we are leveling up, especially if we're playing next week. So we'll talk about that later, but it seems like everyone has an idea of what they want, except for Zach, and we can discuss that later. So.
Yeah, I mean, my character sheets will be totally done before next week, so we could focus on helping Zach and stuff. So